something like organizations on the planet Earth to bring everybody around to being where we need you to be, and that would be right here. Don't forget to make sure to smash that subscribe button and also hit that bell. Make sure that you ring that bell so that we can get you updated content on anything and everything, all things ACO. Again, I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, and by this time on a Saturday night, the loudmouth becomes sort of the mush mouth because it has been a long weekend of great cornhole, and there was a great shot attempted right there by Philip Barnett up and over the top. It bounces off the back. TJ pushes one of his bags in and then finishes, and then Philip takes the finish there as well. So 15 on 10 becomes 16 on 10 as Barnett continues to try to fight his way through to get back to what would be an astounding singles final championship. TJ Miller told me earlier it's been way too quiet on center court. If he gets to center court, double singles or otherwise, he is going to cause a ruckus. And right there, he leaves one way out up to the top right, and that gives Philip the chance to lay one right down the middle, which he does. TJ follows, and then Barnett gives him a chance to recover. Unfortunately, I think right there that one's ungettable, and he is going to basically just finish this frame out right up the middle. Anybody wants to take, he's unable to do so, so they wash, they tater, they move, and that's the way it goes. But again, we're thrilled to have you along for the ride. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Anything you're looking for with regard to cornhole, AmericanCornhole.com is where you will find it. And that will be whether it's simple rules, how far you put the boards apart, the size of the bags, the way they should be made, everything and anything you need to know about the standardization of cornhole. It's all available for you at AmericanCornhole.com. So check all of that out and get a little bit of a vibe for the history of the pro sport as well. Cornhole been around for a number of years, but in 2005, Frank Years, the cornhole dude, decided, you know what, this could be a pro sport, so let's go ahead and make it a pro sport. Develop the national tour. Anything and everything you've seen since then has basically been a poor copy of the original. So right now, these guys continue, and it was very nice of Philip to give that extra little nudge to the bag that drops one in for TJ on the backside. TJ holds the lead right now, 18 on 10. So these two will continue to work their way through the bracket, and we will have more center court action for you. South Bend just providing a lovely late November weather pattern for us, and just a fantastic weekend. And really here at the Century Center, everybody's had a great time. So many people just hanging around to watch even after they've been eliminated, which has been a lot of fun. As far as the ACO family, it's good to see so many who have stuck around, and these games continue to develop here on center court. You watch some of these players, they play much more tactically than others, but and there's an occasion to overthink, and I think maybe right now Philip Barnett stands to the side and he watches, TJ delivers the airmail. He doesn't waste any time just saying, I'm going to put that one right up the middle. We're going to take that wash, and we're going to move along. But 18 on 10 is the score that we are looking at with TJ Miller on top of Philip Barnett. And again, there's a lot of work to get done. Michael Chittenden right now over Dustin Arndt, 17-16. The winner of that will face Chase Puckett, who will then go on to face Caleb Hurt. Puckett took down Justin Duberson 21-18 a little bit earlier today, for those of you following that bracket. All right, so these guys playing a little bit of a sticky game right now just to see who can it's almost like Barnett is forcing Miller to try to make the airmail, and he takes a nice push shot, splits the difference, and good bag there by Philip Barnett. He is able to push in. So each one with one sitting on top. TJ Miller takes one down the middle. You expect Philip to do the same, and he does. So the two of them update their stats, and 18 on 10 continues to be what it is we're looking at. And 18 was a number that we saw a lot of players get stuck on yesterday during Pro Series competition, and otherwise 18 was a number that was not magic in the least. It was more of a pariah sort of number. But you look around center court right now, you see the Piles, you see Rich, you see Tracy, you see Gary Bearpaw, Anita Bearpaw sitting around. A lot of players sitting around waiting to see what's going to happen here to find out who is going to ultimately be the greatest of the two nemeses as they continue to work their way around. There's an opportunity left there by T.J. Miller. Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, drops one down the center. There's going to be a little blocker that should get pushed through, but, oh, man, Philip misses the opportunity right there. I don't know if you can hear me, but we always talk about the fact that players can hear us on center court. I don't know if he can hear me right now, but he did leave TJ with an opportunity to go up and over, and he clears it, and he leaves Philip's bag sitting right there, and that's going to pick up a couple for TJ right there. And honestly, I mean, the one bag looked like it was completely out of play, but it turns out it wasn't, and 20 on 10 is where we stand. He's got it doubled up, does TJ on Philip Barnett. The good news, I suppose, if TJ comes out victorious, is that you'll be able to hear the rest of the evening's commentary with two voices. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give him a quick wink and a nod and see if he can't pull this out. He seems to think he can. 20 on 10. He can pull out a 21 on 20. We've talked about that. The game is never over until it's over, especially when TJ takes one off the backside of the board. If Philip can take that one that he put about the 7 o'clock position, which is going to be now more difficult because TJ put one in there, but now he's just going to push through and drop one back. TJ lays his last bag up there as a blocker, and Philip's going to have to do the best he can just to take a couple right there and say thank you very much. Let's see what we can do after that. And he'll take just the 1 point off the back of the board. TJ's bag affords him that one as those others sit on top. And I'm just now at this point talking for the sake of talking. So maybe what I'll let happen here is let the pictures do the talking. Philip's bag first. There you go. Now you know what you need to know. 20 on 11. Oh, there it is. TJ is going to take the win right there over Philip Barnett. I heard Philip say, oh, no, as he let that last bag go. He left it up to the top right. TJ takes advantage right down the middle. That's going to be 21 on 11. So TJ Miller will face the winner of what will be a game decided by ultimately Michael Chittenden and Dustin Arrett, who will then face off against Chase Puckett, who will then – the winner of that will face off against Caleb Hurt, and that winner will face off against T.J. Miller and then move on to Russell Tabors in the loser's bracket, and then our winner from there will move on against Gary Bearpaw, or Barry Garepaw, as my man Philip Barnett has been saying throughout the course of the evening. But I'll tell you something right now. So much is going on, and we have been talking about this nonstop almost for 48 hours, but the center court continues to inspire and to throw fire here in South Bend, and the convention center space is right on top of the Cornhole world. The Century Center is where we will be back to here in just a few minutes. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, running out of voice, and that's usually how it happens, and that means it's been a big digital network.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle. One roll.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, it's like I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure.
Couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know that I was born for this. I was born for this.
Find out for sure there will be a brand new King of Cornhole, and there's going to be new champions in every division. We got women's, we got doubles, we got seniors, and of course we have singles. The World Championship King of Cornhole is coming up.
There's something about to change. We're standing at the border where history is made. We're cranking up the lights now, so everyone can see it's all happening right now. We're gonna make you believe it's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof up. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get. It's about to get. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get.
This is the king of Cornhole.
It is now time to crown the brand new king of Cornhole.
Champ, what's up, champ? What's up, champ?
I feel like a legend around these parts. I feel like a legend.
I told him, I've seen this a million times. When you get a lead, you get a little arrogant, you get a little cocky. I said, listen, let's pretend like we're losing. And do not get overconfident, do not get arrogant, play your regular game. And if that happens, we don't lose.
Hey, this is ACO king of Cornhole.
She is a swinger.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She's incredible. You feel me?
Yeah.
That girl's incredible. Watch out, everybody. She goes, I was as nervous as I've ever been. And I'm like, you were nervous? Imagine if you were calm. But there's nobody here can beat you. Even the king. This girl here is incredible. And I told her, I said, we're not supposed to win. And we may not win, but we're gonna have some fun. I come here to get away from the crap, the crap of life, and have some fun with people and partner up with people, meet people. We have a great time. This is what it's all about. ACO, baby. ACO.
ACO, baby. All day, every day.
Jerry Armstrong, if he hadn't calmed me down last year, he goes, Fergie, you can win this. I'm like, Jerry, I don't care. He's like, no, you're going to win it. If he hadn't done that, I would not be wearing this jersey. I would not have been Bulls. Go easy on me, Justin. Go easy. Give you $100. This dude here, I swear, he could do just what I did this year. He could win it all. That's how incredible he is. He is awesome. I predict him to be the king within 5 years. He was there when I won it. I'm gonna be there if he wins it. Now, there's a lot of other players that I love, but this dude is a master of this craft. Appreciate it.
Hey, he said that you normally take it easy on kids. I think he was taking it easy.
Today. Not today.
chair. Get the whole hand dirty. It's the injuries and elbow grease make a body sturdy. And at the end of that, turning on like a thermostat. Hot mess, effortless, throw yourself with the heater's eye. Make it work somehow, get all over it. Pour it all out, get all over it now. Make a mess, throw down with a little grit. Let it all out, get all over it. Hey, are you digging it?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future. Our future. Our future.
Y'all please hold the applause to the end of the ceremony. Let's go. Look around us, there ain't no fences, just bridges to the ears of the listeners. On deck, take a swing, sharper senses, looking for a weakness in the system. Finally, it's you and me, here shaking like a tambourine. We in this finally, both sides of the cemetery. Attention people, y'all get ready. This is for everybody. Try to catch up, we out ahead. Let me introduce to you. Try to catch up, we out ahead. That future hit. Are you ready? That future hit. Take a minute to refrain from acting green. If you're losing, you should join another team. Y'all should breathe, let me play another theme. At the start, this one nothing but a dream. Now it feels like victory, about to live another fantasy. Everybody clap with me, we're about to make history. Come on, attention people, y'all get ready. This is for everybody. Try to catch up, we out ahead. Let me introduce to you. Try to catch up, we out ahead. That future hit. Are you ready? Do you believe in magic? Here it's automatic. La la la, ooh. Amazing how it's happening. Look here, mom, we made it. La 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 la, ooh. Our future. Our future. Our future. Our future. Our future. Our future. Future hit. Future. 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 Future.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle. One row.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, it's like I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen, because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure.
Couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know that I was born for this. I was born for this.
We will find out for sure. There will be a brand new King of Cornhole, and there's going to be new champions in every division. We got women's, we got doubles, we got seniors, and of course we have singles. The World Championship King of Cornhole is coming up.
There's something about to change. We're standing at the border where history is made. We're cranking up the lights now, so everyone can see it's all happening right now. We're gonna make you believe it's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof off. It's about to go down. We'll make the whole world hear us. So throw your hands up high. We're about to show you why they fear us. Here comes the battle cry. Here comes the battle cry. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof off. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get. It's about to get. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get.
This is the king of Cornhole.
It is now time to crown the brand new king of Cornhole.
Champ, what's up, champ? What's up, champ?
You feel like a legend around these parts? You feel like a legend?
I told him, I've seen this a million times. When you get a lead, you get a little arrogant, you get a little cocky. I said, listen, let's pretend like we're losing. And do not get overconfident, do not get arrogant, play your regular game. And if that happens, we don't lose.
Hey, this is ACO King of Cornhole.
She is a swinger.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She's incredible. You feel me?
Yeah.
That girl's incredible. Watch out, everybody. She goes, I was as nervous as I've ever been. And I'm like, you were nervous? Imagine if you were calm. But there's nobody here can beat you. Even the king. This girl here is incredible. And I told her, I said, we're not supposed to win. And we may not win, but we're gonna have some fun. I come here to get away from the crap, the crap of life, and have some fun with people and partner up with people, meet people. We have a great time. This is what it's all about. ACO, baby. ACO.
ACO, baby. All day, every day.
Jerry Armstrong, if he hadn't calmed me down last year, he goes, Fergie, you can win this. I'm like, Jerry, I don't care. He's like, no, you're gonna win it. If he hadn't done that, I would not be wearing this jersey. I would not have been the Wolves. Go easy on me, Justin. Go easy. Give you $100. This dude here, I swear, he could do just what I did this year. He could win it all. That's how incredible he is. He is awesome. I predict him to be the king within 5 years. He was there when I won it. I'm gonna be there if he wins it. Now, there's a lot of other players that I love, but this dude is a master of this craft. Appreciate it.
he says that you normally take it easy on kids. I think he was taking it easy.
Today. Not today.
Not the fingertip, I get the whole hand dirty. It's the injuries and elbow grease make a body sturdy. And at the end of that, turning on like a thermostat. Hot mess, effortless, throw yourself with the heater's eye. Make it work somehow, eat all over it. Pour it all out, get all over it now. Make a mess, throw down with a little grit. Let it all out, get all over it. Hey, are you digging it?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future. Our future. Our future.
Y'all please hold the applause to the end of the ceremony. Let's go. Look around us, there ain't no fences, just bridges to the ears of the listeners. On deck, take a swing, sharper senses, looking for a weakness in the system. Finally, it's you and me, here shaking like a tambourine. We in this finally, both sides of the cemetery. Attention people, y'all get ready. This is for everybody. Try to catch up, we out ahead. Let me introduce to you. Try to catch up, we out ahead. That future hit. Are you ready? That future hit. Take a minute to refrain from acting green. If you're losing, you should join another team. Y'all should breathe, let me play another theme. At the start, this one nothing but a dream. Now it feels like victory, about to live another fantasy. Everybody clap with me, we're about to make history. Come on, attention people, y'all get ready. This is for everybody. Try to catch up, we out ahead. Let me introduce to you. Try to catch up, we out ahead. That future hit. Are you ready? Do you believe in magic? Here it's automatic. La la la, ooh. Amazing how it's happening. Look here, mom, we made it. La la la, ooh. That future. That future. That future. That future. That future. That future. Future hit. Future. That future. That future. That future.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle. One roll.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, it's like I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure. Welcome back to the American Cornhole Organization South Bend Major and Pro Series number 3 here in South Bend, Indiana. We are here on the I guess you call it the banks of the St. Joseph River. We're on the south bend of the bank, which is why the south part of the bank is referred to in the northern part of Indiana. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, sitting side by side with the Mississippi Ninja, Philip Barnett, a man who went deep into the singles pool tonight, out of the pool and then into play. And unfortunately, we're not calling you on center court here tonight, but we do have a great match in front of us right now with Chase Puckett and the machine Caleb Hurt, who leads right now 2-0.
Yeah, I think he may just gave that 2 right there, and it should be 2-2.
That's why I should probably talk less than I do.
I got the score for you, buddy.
But here's the great part about this. Boy, I tell you, as many times as we have seen certain names cross our path here on center court, the competition level has been fierce just to get here, and it's crazy. Names like Gary Bearpaw, names like, Russell Tabors, you yourself just to get out here and play on center court. But I tell you, Caleb Hurt, Isaac Hurt, Chase Puckett, Megan Puckett, I mean, so many of the same names continue to work their way here to center court. It's great to see them face off against one another and then perform the way that you expect to see them perform.
Yeah, it's just like the PGA Tour, man. Every weekend you turn on CBS, Jim Nance is saying the same name because the good people rise to the top in these tournaments, and that's what happens in the ACO.
Always tends to be the case. That's an absolute fact. And when we talk about certain names and oddly enough, not just certain names, male or female, but couples. Yeah. I mean, the Pucketts, the Fretwells. We talk about, the Irvins. So many couples who have stepped up and risen to the top level of this game. And you watch these guys right now who are standing here on center court, and this is really Chase Puckett and Caleb Hurt. And Caleb, I mean, he's got a better half right now. He's got, Adrian. They don't share the same last name, but I would tell you this right now. She is just as invested as Megan Puckett is right now, and her better half right now on center court with Chase. Up and over, and
that is just a sick, nasty bag. I'm just going to say sick, nasty. It's crazy.
And he did it. He did it on purpose, and he did it with purpose.
And got 2 points out of it.
And he grabbed a couple of points out of that. Nicely done. Caleb Hurt up 7-2 on Chase Puckett. I mean, this is a consolation quarterfinal bracket B, so we have a long way to go before we find our singles champion tonight. But there's Becky Hurt sitting out on the corner. of center court. She has never won at a loss. To find out who in her family tree is going to be taking home a little bit of juice. And last night in the doubles, it was Caleb and Isaac capturing first place in the doubles championship. So congratulations to them. But
that was earlier today.
Was that today?
That was earlier today.
Oh, good Lord. I thought that was yesterday. It was. I was thinking of the Pro Series,
man. Come on.
Earlier last night where the two battled against one another, and Isaac, the younger brother, bested his older brother, who just turned away in frustration there against the shot.
What a
great
shot by
shot
Chase
over the
to grab
top.
a couple. Yeah.
Outstanding, up and over the top. You saw Caleb, his frustration as he stood away from the shot that he took, and he gave it up, and Chase took advantage. 7-on-4, Caleb on Chase Puckett.
Man, we're having a good time.
Was that today?
It was today. It was up there today.
That is a long day, my friend.
We've had a long 2 days, brother, but
yes,
that's okay. We're enjoying calling some cornhole action right here in South Bend, Indiana.
Let me ask you a quick question.
All right, come on.
That doubles championship with the Hertz, was that today?
It was today.
Honest to God, it really does seem like it was a week ago. I was being kind by saying yesterday. I thought it was a week ago. That was this morning, and that shows you. I will say, when we go into a town, we come in, we roll in. We typically come in, we have a little get together on Thursday, and then we get into it earnestly on Friday morning. All morning Friday into late Friday night, and then Saturday into Saturday night, we pack up and we get out.
This runs together
on Sunday. But I'll be honest with you, it is a literal open string of stream of consciousness. It's crazy. And we didn't come in on Thursday and do our normal setup because of Thanksgiving. So a tip of the hat to the crew who put this whole bad boy together. Friday morning from 7 a.m. to get it ready to go by 9 a.m., which we did, and the Pro Series worked as expected. Look at that. What a great shot up and over top for Chase after he answers the airmail from
let's see if he can grab a couple with one more airmail here.
Yeah, from Caleb there. Let's see if you think he's going to go. They both flip. He takes the grip. He lets it rip up and over. Oh,
dead
he does.
Center.
How about that? Dead center.
Center.
He knows he can throw it. And there comes the low push.
Oh, and that's a big round of 5 for Chase.
That's going to be a 5-point pickup for Chase Puckett, which puts him up over top of Caleb. So he gets the first bag back, which is an advantage. I mean, it's funny. We talk about that a lot. Maybe you can shed some light on that as a player. We talk about first bag being an advantage, but is it really anymore? Or does
I don't
it matter?
really think it is.
It may not be what we thought it was just 2 years ago.
I tell you what, when it comes to Caleb Hurt and Isaac Hurt, who continue to throw blockers right in the center of the board, it's an advantage to them, sure. But now, I mean,
but is it really? Because ultimately, you each have 4 bags, and every single one is its own sculpting tool to figure out what the final sculpture is going to look like. And this one, sitting up over the top to the right, it's going to cost
2 points.
2 points to somebody.
The game 9-9, a game to 12
would be Chase Puckett. So 9-on-9 is where we stand, and this is
was I right? I mean, I saw somebody laugh. I thought my math was good on that.
They were laughing at me because I couldn't do the math. Your math is right. Mine is not so good.
Hey, I'll tell you what I do know. Let me tell you what I do know.
All right, well,
I know that Gary Bearpaw.
Okay.
And what do you mean it shouldn't take long? Come on with that, dude. I know that Gary Bearpaw is sitting in the king seat in this bracket.
Yeah.
And I do know that Austin Thomason is sitting in the king seat in the other bracket.
In the other bracket. So we've got a long way to go and a long time to get there. But Gary Bearpaw is, again, a name who has been at the top of our list every single game, every single division, every single everything since we got here to South Bend.
Nice
Indiana.
bag chase to pick up 4 more.
All right, so he's going to sneak one in there just to the side, and Caleb Hurt is going to be nice enough to go ahead and tally those points, so 13-on-9.
Caleb's struggling a little bit going on his outside arm going now.
Yeah, He's probably exhausted.
Left to right on our radio dial.
Yeah, he's probably exhausted from cashing checks, to be honest with you.
And you and I are just kicking rocks, man.
I'll tell you what.
Nice start by Chase. Anyway.
The winner of this match moves on to face T.J. Miller, who will then compete to match up with Russell Tabors.
My buddy Russ.
Your boy Russell Tabors. And then ultimately that will be who
faces Gary
Bearpaw in this division. But we have a long way to go. We'll be just fine. Plenty of cornhole action. Glad you're joining us here on the YouTube channel, Facebook, for whatever reason earlier, bud.
2 more for Chase Puckett, and Chase has built a 14-9 lead
He's gonna roll
on the king. I'm gonna call him the king, even though he's not the one the king.
The potential king.
Potential king. There you go. How about that?
15-9 is the score right now, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get back to the fact that the reason that we're on YouTube is indicative of the reason we're pushing everything to YouTube, and that is the fact that earlier today, for whatever reason, we got flagged by FIFA on Facebook. By FIFA, because for whatever reason we had an amount of bleed over. I guess somebody was watching one of the World Cup games, and that somebody might have been me.
I might agree with that.
That audio bled over in, and so now we have to file not a grievance, but
a restraining order.
Just a rebuttal to the filing. But I will tell you this: if the corruption that happens within FIFA, the fact that they're playing in Qatar, nice shot, to begin with, and that they're picking and dicking around with us, that's a great bag. right there.
And that's another point for Chase.
Chase
happy about that.
But that they're dicking around with us over this, with everything that's going on in Qatar for the World Cup.
Unbelievable.
This is further proof that Facebook is completely out of touch with what is going on the planet. But the beautiful thing is, for the time being, we're going to use them to promote us against the use of them, if that makes sense. So
perfect.
Check out our YouTube channel. There's great stuff going on there. Subscribe. Go ahead and ring that bell. And we will notify you of everything that's happening, anything that we post, including great classic matches. And this could be one of those.
It could be.
Right now, I mean, we're looking at 16-9 with Chase Puckett in the
nice bag right there.
Imminent future, taking out Caleb Hurt, which is not.
Oh, and he's off a little bit in this game.
Anybody says very often, I'm the guy that took down Caleb Hurt.
It's
when
okay.
He put it up on the
He's
top
not
side.
mad.
Not going to hate that. There's a good low push. And he
got a wash out of it. And that's why you want that other bag to go in, but he's not mad.
No, but we have talked about that a number of times, as both he and Isaac are able to take that bag that just sits there and make it a weapon. They're able to do that. They're weaponizing a dead bag.
When you think you got 2 points on them, sorry, Charlie.
Think again.
Yep.
There's a bag left a little bit left of center, which actually got a little bit of help there by Caleb's bag, so he can come in there and replace that one and put it in play.
Nice bag.
Cleaned up on the board. Oh, there he goes a little bit.
Not mad.
To the right side. He says, all right, if you're going to take this one.
Temptation Island, baby. Come on, Chase. Are you on Temptation Island?
So you say that Temptation Island. What do you mean by that? Explain that to the casual viewer.
The hole is open in the back, and he shot for it right there, and he was tempted to go for it, and he missed.
Yep.
And Caleb can pick up 5 right here with a big push. All right, well, he pushed Chase's back in, only got 3, but
only picked up the 3, but there was the. So because even I hear you when you say Temptation Island, I think, well, what exactly is he saying is the temptation here?
The temptation was to either push through that bag and just maybe give up 2, or take a shot at grabbing a couple of points with that.
Couple points.
Take
them away.
Yeah. The problem with that, when Caleb Hurt puts you on Temptation Island, his push shot is so good.
Yeah.
He's not going to miss that.
Yeah. It's not much. It's more of an atoll.
Yeah.
Than an island.
That's right. Look at that, man. Thought of another bag. hard to get easy for him.
And he forces you to bring your best game, not every game, every frame. He will get behind and he will watch you self-destruct, because I think there is something to be said for, oh my God, I have a 10-point lead on, well, pick one. Caleb Hurt, Isaac Hurt. I have a 10,
Thomason,
and then it doesn't matter. And that's a psychological advantage that these guys carry. I mean, he's not wearing that golden jersey for no reason, but if you're up 10, these guys know that is actually a little bit of their psychological advantage as well.
You're not pressing. There he puts Chase up there on the island again.
Oh, and he tries to go up and over. He leaves one off to the left.
Chase is usually deadly with those, and that was a nice bag right there.
And leave one low.
Let's see if he was a big push all of them.
Oh,
just like I said.
Collects and
Chase going to be good to give up 2 right here.
Takes a look back at the scoreboard, says I got a little bit of an edge. I'm going to go ahead and dog.
Oh, and he gave up 3.
And he lays one off the back. What now? Why? I got to ask you. I got to be. I mean, I don't play to this level. You do. Why did that happen?
Let me tell you something. He was trying to go in the side door right there, and he took it just a little bit hard, and it got in that fast lane just right in the hole. We saw that time and time again at the Worlds. I was calling it the fast lane, and there is a fast lane over there. Uh-oh. And
all right, so these guys continue to
and there's another bad bag by Chase.
And the thing is, you cannot make those mistakes.
Not against the Hurts.
No.
You can make that mistake against somebody like myself.
You can make that mistake against me all day and beat me 21 to nothing in, I don't know, 3 frames. But you cannot do that against them.
And he's going to take the lead for the first time in this game at
That's
18 to 6. We've seen him do that yesterday. He was down, and all of a sudden he took the lead at 20 to 19 and won the game.
Well,
against Mr. Bear Paw.
We just talked about this moments ago. What does it take psychologically to overcome the fact that you're playing one of these Hurt brothers? And I know you get sick of hearing it, but maybe you don't. But it's just
it's
mechanical.
Unbelievable. They find a way to win. Doesn't matter what the score is. Caleb was off really bad in the start of this game. They've given Chase a chance to build a lead on him, but he is locked in now.
And he didn't do it, and that's the thing. I mean, that bag's sitting outside.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. So 20 on 16 right now.
Yeah.
And you know, we talked about this. When the Hurts give you a moment, it's always up front.
That's right.
It's never at the end.
That's because they lock in at the end.
Hone in, and they're going to drive a nail through your heart.
Absolutely. And now he keeps the pressure on by throwing the first bag down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Chase cannot make a mistake.
No, he cannot. Right now, Caleb Hurt holds the lead 20 to 16 over Chase
that
Puckett.
Might be a mistake.
The winner of this will face off against the winner of T.J. Miller and
Philip Barnett.
I'm just joking. I feel bad for bringing it up. T.J. Miller advances.
It's okay, brother. I'm very happy. Nobody expect me to be where I got to. How about that?
I did.
I appreciate it.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
What happened there?
Chase can get to 18 right here. Yeah, there it is. Good job, Chase.
All right, very good. So it's not over yet. We're not conceding anything, but I will tell you this.
What you gonna tell me? Forget?
Well, no. I was just looking down. It gets more and more interesting, and you know, we talked about I didn't count you out. I did not count you out.
No, I know you did.
I want there to be a day when I'm sitting here calling the finals match, and you're out there and you're not unavailable.
I love it, man. I appreciate
want you
that.
To not be sitting next to me. Is that weird?
Yeah, no, it's not weird, and it's not because we don't do a good job together. It's because you genuinely pull for me, and just like my man in the truck, he was happy when I came over here with a 4-0 thing, man. Yeah.
It's all good. And, and I think that's the other thing. That's the beauty. And we look at these bags continue to bunch up in the middle. And now Chase has a decision to make.
Yeah, he's got a block.
Oh, he's going to lay low. Yep, he does that.
That's not a bad block.
It might be too low, though, as a block for Caleb.
Caleb, all you got to do is bump those two in, stay on. Oh, and they bunched.
They all bunched
and
up.
And guess what? Chase grabs two, and it's 20-20.
Uh-oh. And not only is it 20-20, but Caleb has to post those 2 points.
Wow. And Chase, you talk about the happiest man in the arena right now.
And they step up, they gather their weaponry, they flip, they grip, and they get ready to rip.
This bag needs to be in the hole right here for Chase Puckett.
Chase takes that toe right up against the board. He's got that straight shot. And
that is in the left corner.
To the left. And Caleb is going to take advantage of
Absolutely.
that. Every chance he gets, this could be it.
That's okay. That's not a bad bag.
He has to hope that Caleb lays one out to the left or right.
That's going to do it.
That's it.
And the hole wins.
Up and over. He's going to throw it just for the hell of it, and he gives
Good
it up
game,
there
guys.
on the last bag. It's going to be Caleb Hurt moving on against Chase Puckett, 21-20, and that is going to be a match that leads to Caleb Hurt versus T.J. Miller. T.J. Miller, who took out my man right here, Philip Barnett. And I will tell you this. We talked about this just a moment ago, and I never finished my thought, but you know, that's the beauty of having you sit here at this table. Not only do you have insight and understanding of the game, but you are out playing that day. So you are not just talking about the game and the understanding of it, but you're talking about the mental state and where people are that particular day. And these guys can continue to step up. And, you know, TJ has maybe rested for a few minutes, but Caleb has not.
Yeah.
And we watched Caleb last night lay for an hour with his head in his hands on the floor.
Didn't bother him a bit.
Didn't bother him a bit. Now, how will that affect him against T.J. Miller? We will find out, because the winner of this match against the 16th seed and the 13th seed, T.J. and Caleb respectively, against, I don't know, a fellow you may be familiar with, your man Russell Tabors.
My man Russell.
And your ride home.
My ride home, and we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow.
Yes, you will. So stay tuned. We're going to continue rolling on here unless we hear otherwise from the truck. We're going to stay here, and we're going to watch this thing develop. This is going to be fun. And T.J. Miller told me earlier, he goes, you know what? Last night, he goes, I was out there around center court watching the matches finish up for the Pro Series. He goes, it got really reverential. It got really quiet. He goes, it was like a library there, a mausoleum. He goes, I'm going to make a little bit of noise. I'm all about that. Make some noise, TJ. Do it. And if you're going to make noise, you better make it against Caleb Hurt, because if you don't, guess what happens? We're going to have another rematch, a familial rematch somewhere down the line. So, that said, when these guys can decide when they're going to get ready to go, when they're ready to roll, and we will sit here and probably sit in awe of what is about to happen.
Yeah, TJ has been smoking hot. Look, he don't waste any time. Just goes right for the airmail.
Nope.
Say, you block me, brother. That's all right. You better make your pushes, because I'm fixing to make some airmails.
Another airmail. Boy. I'm not messing around. There's a low push that's going to have to happen to collect one now.
My strategy against him, I was just trying to throw the bags in the hole. I mean, he's got such a good airmail. Can he finish for two?
Lay it right up the middle.
Absolutely.
He throws two emails.
He typed them out, brother.
I'm a child of technology. 2 emails. He throws 2 airmails to start, and then he forces Caleb to have to make a shot that you know he can make, but it's maybe not the one he wanted to have to make. But 2-0 early out from T.J. Miller, and the winner of this takes on Russell Tabors, and a man who has a distinct history with the ACO, and a guy who is he is one of the most unassuming people you'll ever meet, but one of the greatest players you'll ever greet.
And one of the most underappreciated players, too, sometimes.
No question.
But, man, we are having some fun, and we're going to have a good time driving home. because we're both going to be happy.
All right, so these guys empty the board right there on the top. They exchange taters. They move their way down. And, I think TJ is one of those guys. He's an all-or-nothing guy.
Yeah.
I think as we've watched over the course of the years, honestly, Caleb Hurt is measured. I think TJ is all, he plays all passion.
Yeah.
He plays all or nothing.
He does, and I mean, I was really hoping to get the TJ that was off a little bit, where he missed 3 or 4 bags, but I did not. He threw well over a 10-something on the bags.
You saw right there, he tried to go in low and high.
And that was
Caleb,
trying to get around bag.
Push one off the back, but at least that one's not in play. He's going to go in.
Dead center.
Boy, he's got, I don't know that anybody's got a better
dead center
email than these two. No,
that's okay. No harm, no foul.
That's all right. That's a little bit of a shuffleboard shot right there.
I don't even know what happened on the score.
He end one himself right there. He put one in, and he took one off the back. I think that's going to move us to a tie, 2-2.
2-2. I like it when they get into the air show. You know, it's my favorite thing.
Oh, you know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fact.
I just wish Johnny Thomas was here for me to beat.
Now, the question becomes, if Johnny Thomas were here psychologically, you'd have been here the entire
Probably
day.
Earlier.
Over here, yeah. Just psychological. Look at these two.
Yeah, they're putting them in the hole now.
This is just right now. This is a clinic. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh.
No, dang.
The last bag blues.
That's those final bag blues. You're exactly right. 2 points end up in the hopper.
Look across the way. You see my man Russell Tabors over there throwing some bags.
He's over there getting warmed up for whoever is going to be his ultimate opponent. Russell, not a big logo / jersey guy. He's a guy that just says, you know what? Here's what I put on when I got out of the shower today. Here's what I'm going to wear while I play.
He's repping the over the top, my man Adam.
OTT.
Put us on the team, man. He's already sent me a nice little message tonight.
Adam from OTT?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We talk about all our different bag manufacturing partners. We have 60 plus.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, and you can certainly check all of them out at AmericanCornhole.com because, maybe you've been playing a set of bags and you have to figure out what's going to be the bag you want to play as you move into season 19 with the ACO, because all bags are going to have to be ACO approved and stamped as we look at a 4-2 lead for Caleb Hurt over TJ Miller. But as you look at the website, you will see so many different manufacturers, and one of them will have a bag for you, speed rating, otherwise, whatever it is. And you might even have a sponsorship coming your way.
Absolutely, man. You got to work on that. I mean, your game's going good.
Yeah, they might want to work with you to be a sponsor, and that low bag is just going to sit there and do. Oh my God! How did he?
TJ went for the big push and almost made it.
How did he move that bag? That bag moved 18 inches. Oh, and you know what?
TJ's got all the shots he works on all the time. This is a cut shot.
He has a chance to do that.
That's okay. He picked up a penny there.
Bounces it off the top, but that's all right. He picks up one, so 4 on 2 becomes 4 on 3. So. But, we talk about these different bag manufacturers. If you can't find a bag in one of these lines and one of these manufacturers, then you don't know what you're doing.
No.
You can't look at a bag and go, well, he's used this. And there's nothing like this. Speed ratings, 2 sides, all different things.
Wow.
They're all out there. Great shot on the backside airmail.
And the roll? I saw that one was a little short when he let it go.
And Caleb had to roll his own bag.
Oh, and he let him off the hook.
He left one there. Is TJ going to go up and over? No, he does. He tries to go up and over, and that leaves that wide open there to collect a couple.
Man, I'm going to tell you what.
I don't know. Maybe he should.
That was a bad shot by TJ. He should have ran through that. How about Frank got there making some adjustments on the court?
Yep, he's going to go make the pitch pad adjustment, but Yeah, maybe he should, instead of trying that airmail. I mean, maybe, but just kind of take that alley that was given to him. But he doesn't seem to. He plays balls
That's the way he plays.
out.
Yes,
he
he
just
does.
plays balls out. That's how he does it. So 8-on-3, Caleb Hurt over T.J. Miller for the time being. We'll see how they continue to progress.
Yeah.
Things are stuffed up there in the front of the hole.
And TJ wouldn't mind getting into a shootout with Caleb.
No, I think he'd actually enjoy that.
Yeah. Let's see what TJ did. He tries all kind of trick shots. He tried to roll one. He got his to go.
Mm-hmm.
And on the board is 2, TJ, if you know that, man. Just nothing crazy.
Just put it up there, let it sit.
There you go.
That's what he does. All right.
Smart. I see Drew Waking still playing out there. I do not know the gentleman's name he's playing, but Drew has been throwing lights out in the other bracket.
And I tell you, he walked in here like he was freezing cold with his hoodie on, but he's repping Lucky's. He's got that hood up. He is, well, he's got the hood down now, but he's got the ball cap on. But that's a dude we have talked about time and time again, Drew Waking, who is absolutely a candidate for the King of Cornhole in season 18.
Absolutely a beast on the boards, too, man.
No question. When we get to Owensboro, wow.
That didn't even hit wood.
No, that looked like a fin blocker.
He was trying to move that bag that was a little bit out of play, and now he's going to give up a 5 spot to Caleb.
Assuming Caleb can do what he does, and that's exactly
12:07.
So we're looking at 13-on-5 right now. Caleb on TJ. And the winner gets the opportunity, as we mentioned, to play Russell Tabors, who continues to warm up. And I see fire flying from his fingertips over there on the warm-up boards.
Granny, does your dog bite? No, child, no.
Child, no. I love that you picked up on that, my man. Oh, goodness.
Maybe we probably shouldn't have used that this weekend. I'm sorry.
Maybe not. A little CDB never hurt anybody except when it hurt somebody. There's a dirty diaper got bounced out the back there by TJ. So 13-on-5 is now going to be 15-on-5. And Caleb, I'll tell you, he's the people want to call him the machine, but I'm going to tell you right now, he is I think there's something. I mean, I call you the Mississippi Ninja, but there's a ninja quality about him. A silent, nice airmail, a silent assassin part of his game that is just undeniable. Up and over. Oh, he's not.
I can't believe he's to the bottom. He's been firing away all night.
Yep. Up and over.
Oh man.
That. What a shot.
He went for the roll. It rolled to the left.
No, TJ's playing scared right now. I hate to say that, but I think he is.
I think he picked up a couple.
I don't know, but he just
could be wrong.
He's playing somebody else's game. He's not playing his game. So 15-on-7 right now. Caleb Hurt. This is the consolation quarterfinal in bracket B. So when you hear say something like bracket B, guess what? That means there's a bracket A. So we got a long way to go and plenty of time to get there. If you're up with us right now, grab a cold one. Go enjoy the use of your own very comfortable restroom. You're not missing anything. We'll have it for you.
Absolutely.
Here, Oz is behind the controls. Our man, Eric Heinerman, he's out in the truck. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. He is Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. It's so funny because I sit there and I think, oh, my God, I'm exhausted, but all I have to do is bump my gums.
That's it.
That's
it. We're not tired.
I don't even have to hold a microphone. All I have to do is talk into one. So we're going to do that as best we can to get you guys
for the rest of the night.
Hell yeah.
And we might well do it, buddy.
As long as it takes. If we have a sun-up match, we have a sun-up match. TJ Miller lays that first bag up there a little bit low and right, or high and right, I guess.
We did a marathon there in Branson, Missouri. We can do it again, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we do it every single chance we get right there. These 2 bags just
Oh, I
kind of
like
sit
that
and
bag.
wait to be collected. If he can go up and over, which we know he can, he'll pick them all.
Oh, that was a good bag. Hey,
Not
just
a
get
bad-
that mess
just
out of my
clear-
way, Caleb
clear
Burt
it up,
said.
says Caleb.
Oh.
What the heck? Oh.
And that's
he's
not the
gonna-
time to leave that bag right there when you're down 15-7. That's for sure.
But he seemed like he rushed that throw.
Yeah.
And why? Why wouldn't he just, after that collection and open board, why would he do that?
Because you can see that hole and you look up and you go, oh, my God, I think I can make this real quick.
I guess so, but 18 on 7 would suggest otherwise.
That's true. You got to be more careful. He cannot make any more mistakes. Because when you do, the hurts will hurt you.
Yeah. That's why they call it the Hurt Locker, not
Yeah.
because of their last name,
That's
but because
right.
of where you put yourself.
Now, see TJ, big push through right here. There you go, T.
All right, good finish. Good
Yeah.
or not finish, but good
Now
push.
he's got to
through.
finish.
Now he's got to do that, and he does, and he's going to take 2.
Those bags are about as loose as a dishcloth, too, that TJ's
tell you
throwing those
what.
luckies.
Are those the Showtimes?
I think they're the Valors.
Or Valors.
Yeah.
Throwing Valors. Obviously, Project 13's coming out of the paw of Caleb Hurt from 724. I will tell you, no matter who makes the bag, they all flip the same when
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
in your hand. When they're in your nervous hand,
They
look at them.
They're all square, and they got to try to go in that round hole.
Yeah, they do.
And we have yet to find the corners of the hole.
The
And
players seem to be able to do so. We cannot.
we've yet to see Morgan Wallen take my challenge up.
Mm.
I just remembered about that.
Oh,
2 more for
a
TJ.
couple more. All right, the Tater exchange, and all of a sudden, 18-11 is looking much more attractive when you get in double digits against a Hurt. You got to think to yourself, I'm going to take this first bag. I am going to do some damage.
There you go.
You know what the damage tends to be done? Self-inflicted.
There you go. That's how you do it. When you're playing, everything is self-inflicted.
All right. Thanks again to those who are tuning in. We're on the YouTube channel, American Cornhole. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and also hit that bell so we can hook you up with
the
alerts
notifications
as to what's going on. Is to hang on for a second. This is just like they do on the NFL. We're talking about ordering pizza. Bring it. What's my favorite? You know what? Here's a question for you, Philip. I've never asked you this as this game's going on. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
I'm just all the meats myself,
You just
man.
like all the meat.
Yeah.
I like all the meat as well. You know, and it's funny because
Bring
we're here on center court. I say when it comes to the meat and maybe a little bit of potatoes, let's go
There you
meat.
go.
Just pretend it's like a pizza.
I'm going to have to just eat the toppings off anyway, so it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Speaking of toppings, look at that sitting up on top. Oh, and up and over.
Perfect timing,
What
Finn.
a great
Perfect
shot.
time.
What
Yeah.
a great shot because he cleans that up. I mean, he leaves one certainly
Now,
in
TJ's
the
going for
back,
it.
but he's this guy, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Oh, damn. He was not happy about that.
That's going to be the game
And
right
that's gonna
there.
do it. Is that going to do it? Yep, that does it.
One bag just
Oh.
like that.
And that's it. That's going to do it. 21-11. It's going to be Caleb Hurt up top of TJ Miller. And TJ, I will tell you this. He said, when I'm on center court, I'm not going to be quiet. It's nicely done. Great competition. Well done. Another great game here on center court. And he knew as soon as he let it go, that was not going to be the bag. So Caleb Hurt now takes on Russell
Tabors. Step on up, Russ. Let's go.
And they will face off to see who is going to make their way into the championship match against Gary Bearpaw. And I will tell you this, it was going to be Caleb Hurt against Gary Bearpaw.
Not part 17, right?
Oh, yeah. I will tell you this, Anita Bearpaw may very well go ahead and fly home in advance. So Caleb and Russell will take to the center court here in just a moment, and we will revisit that competition in just a few. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Next to Russell Tabors, doubles partner in the Mississippi Ninja, Philip Barnett on the ACO Digital Network.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle. One row.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, it's like I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure.
Couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know that I was born for this. I was born for this.
find out for sure there will be a brand new King of Cornhole, and there's going to be new champions in every division. We got women's, we got doubles, we got seniors, and of course we have singles. The World Championship King of Cornhole is coming up.
There's something about to change. We're standing at the border where history is made. We're cranking up the lights now so everyone can see. It's all happening right now. We're gonna make you believe. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof off. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. We'll make the whole world.
Welcome back to the banks of the St. Joseph River, the south bend of the St. Joseph River here in northern Indiana, the South Bend ACO Major and the Pro Series 3, the American Cornhole Organization Pro Series 3. I'm Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, side by side with the Mississippi Ninja. Earlier, we were calling you the missing sipping ninja because you were busy playing against a couple of these guys, as a matter of fact. And I know you threw against your partner, Russell Tabors, who is standing here on the on center court right now. He is working with them, and they need to swap out sides because they have a down and back situation. And Russell's in the blue lane as the lower seed right now. He will be in the number 7 seed position, and Caleb will be in the number 13.
I'm still giving Russ that 3-point.
Now, ultimately, to be honest with you, as we correct,
they did, and they're okay. That's a gentleman's game.
Blue to red. Blue typically is the higher seed position here for the ACO players. But we've talked about the fact that we are here in South Bend, and Russell gets to pick. He gets to reset his watch. He gets to decide. He has apparently something on his watch that tells him, all right, he's ready to go. They're going to figure out the scoreboard setup. Hey, Eric, they need to figure out the scoreboard.
They got it. They're good.
All right, so right now he's got the 3-0, so that's going to be 3-0 as Russell changes lanes into the higher seed blue lane, and that's where we find ourselves. So it has been a long, fun weekend filled with great competition. This particular match on center court could be a shootout right here because these two both
put it in the hole.
Have a game that is absolutely directed at the hole, and as soon as I say that, 2 fly to the left, 1 flies to the right, 1 flies up and over, and there it is.
Oh, that's a good shot.
That's an interesting shot right there.
Yeah, and then Russell picks up 2 more.
Right there, so Russell's going to grab a couple 5-on-0 against Caleb Hurt. Caleb, who is fighting to work his way back through the
Gary Bear Paul part 17
bracket, and if he and Gary Bear Paul face off again right now, I tell you right now, Anita Bear Paul will probably be outside poking at some sort of talisman, I would believe. These guys throwing bags that look very similar to one another. I know those Project 13s from 724. What's Russell throwing?
He is throwing over-the-top convicts.
The OTTs.
Yeah.
Here again, as we mentioned, on the banks of the St. Joseph River in the shadow of the Golden Dome of Notre Dame. Spent some time myself. There you go. There's a
2
couple points laid off to the side there, but I spent some time over at the University of Notre Dame, which is interesting because that's what the woman whose voice is on the ways calls it, Notre Dame.
On the ways?
On the ways. She says, take a right on Notre Dame Boulevard. She's very, very
That's what
regal.
Miss the Carol lady.
Oh, yeah. That Carol woman. Yeah, a very interesting town with an interesting history. The city motto, as I mentioned, is peace. The Studebaker plant was founded here. They have a flat track roller derby team actually named the Studebakers.
Really?
After that, so
I used to love that roller derby. By the way,
derby. I love it. I love
Joni Weston. Remember her?
I don't remember her, but I do remember flat track roller derby, and I do remember there being a 5-0 lead, which became a 5-4 lead right now. But there's a group that I read up a little bit of history on South Bend, and there's a group called the South Bend Hot Patooties. They were a theater troupe, and maybe they still are, who get on and do the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The South Bend Hot Patooties. I think it would have been fun.
Patooties.
And we got to figure out a way to party with them when we come back this time next
we
year.
We need to get a game with them or something.
Heck yeah! You kidding me? The Hot Patooties. That's a group tailor made. For the ACO. Boy, you went up high to try to get it. You wouldn't. Not enough to grab. I don't think there was enough to grab. He's going to do it again.
He gives up 4. It's okay, Russ.
Couple sitting up there, so 5 on 4 becomes it's going to be 8 on 5.
Yep.
Right now, so Caleb's going to go ahead and make the adjustments. You do have to wonder between Caleb and Isaac the number of events that they host on center court here and late into the evening on Friday and Saturday. Exactly how many hours of sleep do Rex and Becky get?
About as much as we do.
Yeah,
Not much.
Hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
That's about what we get.
Mm-hmm. But again, welcome to the ACO, American Cornhole Organization South Bend Major and Pro Series. Last night it was the brothers Hurt facing off against one another. It was an opportunity for Caleb Hurt to
great bag, Russell.
Outstanding bag right there to take. For Caleb to take the three-peat last night, the 3 in a row, but Isaac says
he couldn't finish to get to 1 point and gives up 1.
Couldn't take the point, and last night Isaac says, you're not going to take this from me, Caleb. So now have 3 Pro Series events that we've hosted out of 10. All 3 of them have gone to the Hurt Locker, but 2 of them go to Caleb. 1 goes to Isaac, and Caleb lets that first bag fly, lays a low blocker, not unsurprisingly, but Russell's going to go in and push hard. Mm-hmm. He's going to kind of scoot to right to left.
You know, Russell's a sneaky guy. He's got all the shots. He can shoot the air mail. He can sneak around bags. He don't have that roll bag, but watch this little sneaky shot go in there left. Just kicked a little bit left on it. Oh, and thank you. Russell says thank you. Just let me put this on the board.
He just lays it up.
That's it, man.
All right, so right now, nobody knows more about Russell Tabors' game than you.
That's right.
Both as his doubles partner, as an opponent, and also as your ride home.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about this because it's going to come down to he's going to have to pull a couple of trick shots out of his bag. He's not ostentatious. He's not overly showy when he plays. And yeah, if Caleb misses to the left, all he's got to do is put it up the middle.
Yeah.
So if Caleb doesn't miss, what does Russell do?
Well, in this game, Russell, he's already left a couple opportunities out there. This game probably should be close to being tied. He's got to take advantage of every one of Caleb's mistakes. And Russell just needs to go back on the slick side. That's a big mistake by Russell. That's a 5-point swing. But he's got to go back to just throwing the bag in the slick side, just sliding it in the hole. That's what got him here. He's been playing slick side on those bags all day long.
All right, so you mentioned that big round giving up 14 on 5.
Yeah.
Caleb Hurt over Russell Tabors, but Russell again an opportunity here on the outside arm, coming in right to left.
That's a good bag.
He can do that, but he certainly improves the position for that right there, that replacement bag.
That's another good bag.
But he continues to move Caleb's bag back into position. Caleb collects all, so now it's a wide open board.
But here's the deal. Russell just made 2 great shots, and Caleb had 2 bags sitting in front. A bag sitting in front. It's just an easy push for them. They don't miss that shot ever.
Ever.
No.
So right there, that it's just out of 8 bags, 1 bag can make the difference
right.
every
That's
time. And that, when you get to this level, and you might play and you think, oh, I'm pretty good, I can throw it in, at least half the time and get one on the board and one on. That's not how this works. Out of 8 bags, all 8 bags need to do exactly what you want them to do, or you are dead in the water.
I thought Russell was one shot the airmail right
Up
there.
and over. Yeah, he's going to have to, because he's
Now,
going to have
shoot
to
it,
be.
Russell. Let's go. Get your airmail game.
Become more aggressive, because down 16 on 5, he's going to have to figure out a way to put something on the board.
And he's got the airmail game.
He's got it. Is he overthinking it? Oh,
Yeah.
He did a little bit. He put it up and over.
I don't want him thinking about it. Just shoot the thing, Russ.
And then there's that
There you
little
go.
push. There's that bounce. Well, now he's got an opportunity, a little backboard.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's all right. He puts Caleb off the back. Caleb
And look at that. Just
pushes
another
through.
sick push.
It's unbelievable.
And Russ, I think it's looking at 7 on 2 right now.
This could be it. This could do it.
Russell's got to make sure he stays on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I think he lay up, gets a 5, and
can't
keep
take
fighting.
Two. No,
Yep,
you
there
can't
you
take
go.
a 5. It's 16.
Yep.
16 on 5 right now, so you can't take it. You can't give up a 5.
It's 9 on 4, 9 on 3.
So he's going 20 on 5 right now?
Yep, 20 on 5. But in order to have a chance, you got to have another throw. So
Yeah, you got to have another frame. That's how it
Yeah.
works.
lay up, and then you just throw a whole bunch of bags in the hole, and hopefully you get some misses by the hurts. It's a tall order when you get down 20 to 5.
I would tell you this too: if your game consists of, I hope the hurts
Yeah.
make a mistake.
That's
done.
true.
You're done.
They don't.
You're done. And ultimately, this is going to determine who is going to face off against Gary Bearpaw in the singles championship. Great to see Russell this far in.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's able to move it another frame here, and he does. Well done. They exchanged taters, 20 on 5 from Caleb to Russell. But I would tell you, this is one of those buzzsaws that you do not want to see rolling through your bracket. And we, for years, called Caleb Hurt the Machine. I
Yeah.
think we could actually refer to the Hurt family. Oh,
Nice.
bag.
That's why you got to make
as a
something
machine.
happen.
And then there's going to be
And that sucks.
Yeah, that's going to be there.
I mean, that's
another great airmail there by Russell. But you're right, it does when you have to throw that airmail and take that risk. And then
Good bag, Russell.
Good stuff. And it's just any opportunity that's taken by the Hurt family to run it right up the middle. They exchange 4 bags, nicely done. They move to another frame, and then we will see. I mean, Russell's got a quick pep in his step. He feels pretty good.
He
I
does.
think about what he's throwing. It's very quiet here around center court. I feel certain they can hear what we're saying.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
That's all good. The first bag out of the right mitt of Caleb Hurt. Russell's going to take his and move it
He's
a
okay
little
with that.
tighter to the hole. He'll be happy with that.
Now push through them all.
Little bunch up bag right there.
Yep.
Russell continues to bunch it up. Big old bunch of mess, as you like to say.
Pile of mess, baby.
Oh, Caleb wants to go take a look because he's saying to himself, it seems to be more than is available to the eye, and there is. There's a good chunk of the hole available on the back side, and with each of them with one bag left to go, could this be the difference maker? Is he going to take the chance? I mean, he's got a 15-point lead. Why wouldn't he? He's going to go in hot up and over. He did. He tried to roll the pile.
See what Russell, he's got something in mind too.
He's
now.
got a good grip. Up and over and off the back.
That's
And
going to be it.
That's going to do it. There it is. That's going to take a chance that Russell Tabors took into I'll see you next time. And congratulations, Caleb Hurt, 21-5 over Russell Tabors. And we will see Caleb Hurt versus Gary Bearpaw in our singles final right here. Again, can you believe it? Yes, I can believe it. And they are going to continue warming up. We will be back with the singles championship final for the American Cornhole Organization Major here in South Bend, the Pro Series notwithstanding, right here on the ACO Digital Network.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle.
And
one roll.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, it's like I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen, because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure.
Couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know
it is time to bring it from the South Bend Major here in the ACO South Bend Major and Pro Series. We are down to, boy, I tell you what, a Bracket B championship double dip opportunity right now. Gary Bearpaw against Caleb Hurt. Caleb, the higher seed at number 13, against Gary, the number 25 seed. They are underway, and frame number 1 is happening. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, next to Philip Barnett, who you must be exhausted, not just from talking about matches, from playing in matches.
Absolutely.
You just saw your doubles partner there go down. Russell Tabors in a hard-fought match against Caleb Hurt, but he battles Gary Bearpaw here in this Bracket B championship final.
And Caleb strikes first with a 4-point round.
Yes, he does. And then we have seen this matchup time and time again, side by side against one another in singles last night, in doubles today with regard to the Hurts and Gary playing. So now the question becomes, when do the odds change and the results change? Right now.
You can bet you're going to see a lot of blockers right there in the center of the board of Mr. Hurt.
No question. And this game has all the makings of a, oh, my God, what time is it? Is the sun coming up kind of match anyway, because both of these guys have such great command of the center of the board, and that's really what you need to have. And there's another 8-bagger right there, which we've become accustomed to seeing. Caleb holds on to that 4-0 lead. But in the other division, in Group A, we have Drew Waking, who just took down Isaac Hurt out of the main bracket there on the winner's bracket. So
and he's locked in a match right now with Cole Brewer.
Cole Brewer and
and the winner of that takes Austin Thomason.
So we've got a ways to go, but we've got plenty of time and plenty of mouth to get there. I'll tell you that between the two of us, we got this covered. So
yes, sir.
There's a bag laid short by Caleb, and Gary's able to sneak around that. It's a little bit further left probably than Caleb would have liked, but he's going to go ahead and try to collect it.
How about Cole Brewer making it to the Final Four in the World?
Yeah, how about that?
Bradenton, Florida.
Good stuff
and
right
here
there.
He is right here just battling everybody.
Somehow Gary able to take his bag up to the top right and gather one for Caleb, and then he puts one off the back. That's no good whatsoever for Gary Bearpaw. So that's going to be a problem, and ultimately it's going to be a 7-0 lead here. And you can follow along on Scoreholio if you have Scoreholio as the program. If you're new to the ACO, that's the tournament software that helps you really run a flawless tournament.
Yeah.
And hats off to Ryan LaBelle and Whitney Garner and a handful of others who have pulled this off, Brian Jones and
April
so many
and Chris
more.
working from home.
April and Chris, when they are behind the scenes, absolutely. Runs like, as we like to say, runs like Clark.
Yeah, like Clark. Look at that. Got a baby shark standing up there.
Fin up there in the middle of it. Often is referred to as a dirty diaper when it sits out alone, but yeah, when it's amidst all those other bags, yeah. Little baby shark. Oh, and Gary.
I think it stayed up.
Stuck up there. I don't think nothing fell. I think it's all sitting up top.
I think it's 8 on 8.
Yep, it's a wash right there.
Yep.
So we're going to stay on 7-0. Caleb Hurt continues to hold that lead over Gary Bearpaw again in this Bracket B championship final. It's a double dip situation right now, so the king seat belongs to Gary Bearpaw, so Caleb's going to have to beat him twice to move along in the bracket. But for those who are following along on the YouTube channel, make sure that you take a second to subscribe and also hit that bell and make sure you set up yourself for those notifications when we post new content. It's not just new match content, but there's also some great classic match contests, some instructional content, whatever it is you're looking for in the world of cornhole, we will have it there for you. There's Up and Over, and it just sits up top. Nothing is going to break.
Pile of mess.
That's a big old pile of mess.
Pile of mess, nothing underneath.
We talk about it's going to be a little bit of a laundry basket. These guys live to fight another frame, as they always do. 7-0. Caleb over Gary Bearpaw, and they gather their weaponry and they move to the next frame. We're glad to have you along for the ride. And thanks again to our friends here at the Century Center, South Bend, Indiana. Great Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody seems to have had a really good time. The ACO family enjoying family time here, and so much great competition going on throughout the course of the weekend. We had really good stuff from our vendors and our friends that spent time over the course of the weekend in the main competition area. It was really just a great weekend overall. We couldn't have been happier with the results of both the competition and just the fan participation. Everything.
Oh, that's just a bad bag by Gary.
That's too bad right there.
Yeah.
That's going to cost him a couple more. 11-0 is Caleb Hurt to Gary Bearpaw, and ultimately we'll find out exactly.
11-0. Did you see this coming, Finn?
No, I didn't, because the thing is, and this is, and ultimately this is we've talked about this. Both of these guys are a 1 or a 2 point. We had an occasional unicorn where you see a 5 point given up by Caleb Hurt, but it's usually 1 point, 2 point, maybe a 3, maybe one off the back, and that gives you a 3. But boy, I tell you, you do not expect to see an 11-0 deficit between the two of these guys, and you don't expect to see somebody come back from an 11-0 deficit either. And if you look over to the demeanor of Anita Bearpaw, Gary's wife, I think she's thinking the same thing we're thinking.
I think she's tired.
Well, she might be. She very well may be. So these guys gather their bags, 11-2. Gary picks up a couple, and that's how it begins. That's how the comeback begins. But 2 at a time, is that going to be enough? Will Caleb allow that many twos? Is he going to allow, 9 more twos to happen right there.
Yeah, really. And he got one out of play right there. Caleb's going to take advantage, probably pick up 2 right here. Oh, and that's a rare mistake. And that's going to be 3 more for Caleb.
When he let it go, honestly, Phil, when he let it go, it looked like he's like, I got to play. I got to go home.
Yeah, well.
I feel like he has. I mean, as much as I don't want to say this, because I watched Gary play enough, I feel like he is saying, I've had enough of this.
The problem is, he's got to play another game if Caleb wins.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe he's just foregoing this game. Let's go into the second game.
Yeah, get it over with.
Win your wife a trinket there. Oh, and he's not getting the breaks that he usually gets. That's just nasty.
It's not even fair.
I don't know any other way to put it.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
That's what I'm saying. And Eric just said, you do not understand how good that shot is.
Yeah.
It's that hard of a shot.
18 on 2 tells the tale right now.
But they make it look so easy, him and his brother.
And I guess the thing that as you watch these guys and you hear the name and you hear the repetition of the name and you hear the repetition of the the comments like you just made about how good that is, when you really have to. It's like, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it because it's happening right now. I had a conversation earlier today with my mother, and she said, well, I did what you asked. I watched the World Cup game. I watched the U.S. versus England. I said, yeah, what'd you think? She goes, boring. And I'm like, no, not boring. 0-0 tie, not boring. That game should have been 5-0 England, but they play. She goes, all defense. It was all defense. I go, that's what happens. And a 0-0 in the U.S.-England game is a win for the U.S. It really is. And you got to understand, if you don't play this game, you don't understand how difficult it is to do what they're doing. Look at that shot right there. That's a really nice shot by Gary. But, you two, you're sandwiching me here, and you both commented on how hard that is to do what he did. And that's how this works. Mm-hmm. You have to know. You have to understand. Look at that.
Oh, this could be a big round.
That's big. That's
4.
Right, big right there. That's going to be a 4 spot.
Yeah, but
for Gary, so
he's dug himself a hole trying to dig out.
Keeps him in the game, but
whoever Robert is, hello, Robert.
At the same time, where's that?
Okay. Don't know where that's coming through. But Robert is on top of it.
I'm going to tell you right now, Robert needs to get his act together.
Yeah.
But we talk about that. If you don't play, you don't understand just how good
No, you
are.
don't.
And these guys just step up there and make it look so damn easy. And the phrase, just because I make it look easy doesn't mean it is easy, comes to mind. But, man, oh, man. We just watched these guys.
And that just ended the first game.
That did it. All right. That's going to cost Gary a win in game 1. So 21-6 is game 1. But it's a double dip situation because Gary comes in as the king seat holder.
Yeah.
And he has to be double dipped. So now Caleb has to regroup. Gary has to regroup. Gary gets his bags in hand. He gets the first bag here in the second game because he is actually the lower seed, even though he holds the king seat. He puts his toe right there on the line.
I think it still goes over here to the higher seed.
I think
higher seed.
Oh, it is.
That's just when we do the 2 out of 3 games. This is a doubles dip situation, totally different.
Oh. Well, welcome to the nonsense.
Hey, how about me getting it right one time?
Yeah. You know what? What do they say about a blind squirrel and a nut? No, I got to be honest with you. I'm a squirrel with 27 eyes and never see the right thing.
Yeah, I know that's right.
So how does that happen?
Well,
Explain
I mean,
that to me again,
every
because
game.
Goddamn it, I'll be honest with you. Every single time it seems like the rules change.
Every game when you're playing in this main bracket, the higher seed has the choice of whatever.
Even on a 2 or 3.
Yeah. No, the 2 or 3 is something totally different.
No, I don't.
I just explained it.
Is that right? A double? He did. So it's in a double dip situation, the higher seed always goes first. But in a best 2 or 3, you switch out. I do not recall that being the case.
The higher seed goes first the first game. The lower seed goes first the second game. If it goes to a third game, the higher seed goes first the third game.
Okay. I do not recall that being the case. I feel like I've seen exactly the opposite in the past, but I'm the one that knows the least about this as we move forward. So let's continue on. Look at that. Look at
nice bag.
Nice bag there by Gary Bearpaw. He collects and he leaves that open middle there for.
Well, here's what happens.
Caleb Hurt. Gary starts out with a little 2-0 lead. After being taken down 21-6 in game 1.
Here's what happened, Vince, okay? So, me and you are going season. We've been playing all season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I earned the right to be a higher seed than you.
Mm-hmm.
Every game in the main bracket, I got the choice to go first and decide and which bags, okay? So that's where we're at. In that Pro Series, they play at best 2 out of 3, so that's why they flip-flop them. Okay?
Gotcha.
It's just those seeds are earned through the SCR.
Cool.
Okay, we good?
Yep.
Am I right, Eric?
Yep. Till the next time when I forget.
We can play that back a couple times.
Till the next time when I forget, we have to go through all that shit again. All right, fair enough. Oh. All right,
Is it late at night?
It might be just a touch before midnight. Yeah. Gary holds a 4-0 lead, as you would expect, over top of Caleb after having dropped game number 1, 21-6. But the good news is, after this, we only have another 7 hours to go.
There you go. After this game,
I got to figure out how to clock in overtime.
After this game, we probably only have one more game.
Oh, I would probably violently disagree with you.
No, this ends this bracket.
I'm going to sit here and moderate your argument.
I understand where you're going.
The good news and the bad news is exactly the same.
We're going to be here for a while.
That's exactly right. And by good news, I mean good news, and by bad news, I mean good news. I'm going to talk to Frank Gears, who is the driving force behind everything that is going on, and we're going to push for double time, overtime.
Later at night, right? Later it gets as 11:51.
Yeah. If the plan is to wrap things up during the same 24-hour period you plan to drive home, you are working on double time.
I'm in.
Look at these guys now. I'm telling you what, though, Gary has really dialed it in, and he is. I mean, the guy is just. It's beautiful to watch. I know it sounds crazy, but he is just so much fun to watch play. And we've talked about Caleb, we've talked about Isaac, we've talked about a handful of these guys so much, but every time we talk about Gary, it's the same commentary, and that is
down the middle.
Just wonderful to watch. And I wonder, is he ever going to have to change his game to become more offensive and aggressive if he wants to become the king of cornhole?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the potential to be the king of cornhole.
Yeah, there's no question.
We could be looking at either one of these guys right now.
Except for the fact that his game is so consistently solid, but people have figured out a way to play around the solid nature of his game.
Well, I know Caleb. He thinks he's got it figured out, and he's going to grab a couple points right here too. By the way.
Oh, he's going to lay low. He came in hot and low. Oh, Gary's going up and over.
He got one to go right
dropped
there.
One and left one off the back, but that's going to.
I think Gary might have struck some gold right there. Yeah.
That's gonna.
No, Caleb got one.
Yeah, sacrifice 1 point, but I tell you, that was the aggressive nature we were talking about. He's going to have to stop playing pretty and start playing ugly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And your point is, last night he got really aggressive with some air mails, missed them, and then he went back into conservative mode, and which I think ultimately cost him the game.
But you don't see Gary play aggressively very often. He only did it when he felt like he had to, and then he was under pressure to do it. I wonder if he start more aggressive and try to put the hammer down on some opponents. Would that change things?
Oh.
Good Lord, it sounds like we're in the middle of an air raid.
We are. When they start shooting them air mails.
Hell yeah, we could be at any point.
That's right.
Caleb down 8-3 to Gary Bearpaw. Caleb took game 1, 21-6.
Nice shot right there, swish.
Really nice shot there, and Caleb is going to have to try to push hard. He leaves one out of play, and Gary's going to go up and over top.
That's the aggressiveness I want to see out of Gary.
That's what we were talking about. So there's that double push. He's going to clear things up. Gary doesn't have to throw the airmail. Now he can just take
picks
the middle.
up 2 points.
He's going to take 2 at the worst. Right now, as long as he puts this through, and he does.
Oh, he does.
And that drives me nuts.
It's driving him nuts too right now.
It drives me crazy because I know, like I said, we've talked about this a number of times. I know what needs to be done. I just can't do it. These guys can do it. These gals can do it. And when you get that fourth bag blues, when you're supposed to, and there's that bag laid out there from Caleb, it's that blocker bag that you know drives
in the dead center.
Nuts.
It's always in the middle of the board too.
It's his ability to measure that. He tried to do it again, but he actually accidentally put it in, and that's what's so crazy. I'm going to lay a blocker. Worst case scenario, it's going to go in. That one maybe not so much, but Gary then lays low, and he's not able to do that. So there's a chance to take all 3 in right there, and he does. Oh, he didn't. He bounced off to the left. I thought there's a great chance for Gary right there, and he takes one. Nicely done. So he picks up a couple right there. He says he's going to go 10 on 3. But, yeah, it makes me crazy when I know they can do it and there's a wide open board and they don't do it. It's the part of the game that since I don't play it, it goes back to like I was talking about World Cup soccer. Since I don't play, I don't get it. And we're back to talking like librarians, by the way.
And what I say is, we say the last bag booze. 90% of the people, including myself, will rush that bag.
Yeah.
Just soon, I got the hole open, rush, and it just doesn't go where you want it to go.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if Gary knocks these in with the airmail. No,
he's going to low and hard, try to push it through. He doesn't get it.
Very conservative-like.
Mm-hmm. Caleb's going to lay low. Oh, he tried to roll one up over the top. It just sat there. Not so much.
That was almost a hell of a shot right there.
Gary holds on to 10 on 3. It's a 7-point deficit, trying to regain game number 2 and the best 2 out of 3 right now to move on out of the championship, out of the Bracket B final. You see he's got his bags gathered up by design and in hand, right hand.
I think Drew just took down.
Swings it and rings it.
Cobra.
All right, so Drew Waking in his red, white, and blue flag hoodie. He continues on.
He may be over here on center court next against Austin Thomason.
Austin Thomason, who is one of those names that you've heard time and time again as we discuss, runner-up last year in the King of Cornhole battle against our current king, Craig Irvin. But Austin, you mentioned him too. You said, how many crowns will he hold? And the thing is, we talk about the Hertz, we talk about Isaac, we talk about Caleb, but man, Austin Thomason, there's a handful of other names that could be there. And, is there a chance that maybe never a Hurt becomes king?
You know what? There's something that keeps them out of that winner's circle when the Worlds kicks in.
Yeah.
There's something. It's something they need to figure out, too.
They one day are doubles champions from
but not a singles.
Yeah, world champions. But as far as becoming the king of cornhole, can one of them separate themselves enough in the bracket to get out and become the singles king of cornhole up in
No, it's a beautiful shot.
Great shot. Can one of them do that? Who knows? There's another.
In there.
Gary takes a chance. He's got a 12-on-3 lead. He might as well. And there comes the
He
more
just gives
push.
up one, no?
All right, so the question becomes, how do they convert a doubles championship into a King of Cornhole championship, and which one of them would it be? But so many other names, like you mentioned, Austin Thomason. Could it be Drew Waking out of proverbially nowhere?
Oh, yeah.
Could it be him?
I actually met Drew last year at something. I said, this kid can throw.
Yeah.
And look where he's at now. He's over there playing Austin Thomason for the championship of that bracket. As Big Gary, the winner of this game, wins this bracket.
Caleb Hurt 21-6 over Gary Bearpaw in game number 1. Right now, Gary holds a 12-4 lead as they head into this final throw in this frame. Gary takes a bag, confidently lays it up, puts it right in the center. That's going to be a
12 on 10 for two more.
Another.
And we saw Caleb get behind last night.
Couple of points, yeah. Caleb
and just start chipping away and chipping away.
Doesn't bother him.
No.
He's very confident. I mean, he has an entire.
Well, he's ready to throw his hat right there after that last round.
No, he has a wall full of trophies that would certainly lead to that confidence. So now Gary steps up. He still holds first bag. He's going to grip it and rip it and let it go. Very nicely done, as he always does.
Right down the center.
Push it through. Oh, he's going to lay low and ultimately figure out if Gary wants to push through, and he does.
Gary's just going to get very content just bumping his bag in.
Yeah, if we just want to keep that, knowing that there is that roll bag coming out of the.
And he'll just stack them up.
Right hand of Caleb Hurt. Oh,
no, that was dead center.
Really nice airmail. And then Gary's going to go up and try for his own airmail. Rolls one off the back of the board. All Caleb has to do.
And that's going to be just a push.
That's amazing. He decides to go to try to make the kill, go in for the kill. Leaves one off the back, gets the wash, 14 on 4. Gary over Caleb.
I'll tell you what we need to try to keep an eye on right here is Gary. He missed a couple airmails there. Is he going to go back into conservative mode?
I don't think he will. I mean, there's a big pile up front that he had to go up and over.
Yeah.
But I think if he has the opportunity to just take one over a low block, I think he will. I mean, consequently, if they're just going to do this up the middle,
there's Gary, another opportunity to pick up 2.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
No.
If that middle's open like that, and look at that though.
He tried to move it.
He drags that bag back in. Gary's going to go ahead and take bag 3 number. Right down the center.
And there's another couple points you're going to get away from him.
Yep, he is. He's going to let those get away. That's exactly right. And I don't understand that at all.
No.
Now, that said, these guys are so good. They understand what they're up against. We get out, readjust, make sure that the boards are exactly where they need to be.
But they're back-to-back. That's back-to-back 2s that Gary let get away.
Yeah, they collect.
Score should be 18-4,
18 on 4, and that's the thing. It's 14 on 4, and against Caleb Hurt, you do not want to leave points on the table. Now, it's a great first bag just to say, all right, well, let's do this. There's a blocker thrown down by Caleb. Is Gary going to pile it up? Yes, he does. Now he's going to force
Caleb can get that back.
Decision. He's going to come in low and hard. He left that one up close to about the 5 o'clock position. Oh, Gary cleans him up, but now he's got one sitting there saying, what about me?
And Caleb left that
Caleb's
off.
going to make sure it stays there out on the island. Good
Very nice.
Gary. Is there any way he's able to push that off? I almost said the
that
F
is
word.
not freaking fair, man.
Those are the F words I was looking for. Frickin' fair.
Yeah, freaking fair.
Those are the ones.
Double F's.
Dude, there was no reason in the world that
No.
that bag should have been placed
Not at
there
all.
as an opportunity for later. There's no reason at all unless you are
Caleb
Caleb
Hurt.
Hurt. 14-6. Gary holds the lead in game number 2. Caleb took game number 1, 21-6. Glad to have you along for the ACO Digital Network YouTube channel premiere of this game. All these games will be curated here for you to go back and watch later, but I'll tell you something. There's nothing like seeing it from these seats.
No lie.
Man. I'm dying. It's killing me because it is like machinery watching the
Look
G1
at
go.
that. That's
what a great
nasty.
roll shot. It's just sick. Oh, and Gary misses off to the right just a little bit. And he's going to stand and eyeball that. They're going to exchange taters, but Gary's going to eyeball that one.
2 for Caleb.
And he's going to give up 2. So 14-6 becomes 14-8. And did you see him stand there and look? He wouldn't move. He looked. It was like he was looking at that bag going, is that what I told you to do? Why don't you jump in there, my friend? Caleb takes
I talk to
first
my
bag.
bags all the time. I just want to let you know.
Well, we saw a lot of that. We saw Carol, the Waz.
Yeah.
We saw her talking to her bag. She coaxed a couple in, I think, verbally in the women's championship. So Waz, our ladies champion. We had Craig Irvin, our king, who earlier today grabbed a little extra cash in the Game Zone Challenge. He had a lot of fun. I think congratulations to Isaac Hurt, who took the Pro Series championship out from under. Oh, there's one off the back, out from under. Caleb, who was working for the three-peat. Oh,
wow.
What a great shot. That's really nice.
That's 3 more for Mr. Bear
And
Paul.
what's crazy is he just stood up and did it. He didn't think about it. He didn't think himself out of it. He just threw it up there. He knew he could get it. And that's got to be driving him nuts. Driving him nuts that he should have been able to do that in game number 1.
Oh, yeah.
He's got
I think he
one.
just wanted, toward the end of that game, he just wanted to get that game over. Let's start fresh.
Yeah.
Play.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But this one right here sits up a little bit high left, and Caleb says, all right, thank you very much. I'll take what you give me. These boards, design-wise, give you a very direct pathway to the sweet spot.
I wish I could find it all the time. Good finish. Gary gonna finish strong. Give up 2. He's shaking his head. Yep.
All right, so 17-6 becomes 17-8, and there is an opportunity, and the Hurt Locker continues to watch and cheer on that maybe there's going to be a finish, a best 2 out of 3. And we will continue to keep an eyeball on these guys here at center court as Caleb takes first bag. He lays one low. It's a blocker that he's accustomed to throwing against Gary, and Gary goes in lower and says, all right, well, if you think you're going to make that an offensive weapon, I'm going to make you do it. Caleb lays one up to the left. That's going to be out of play, but we've said that before. Well, that one's definitely out of play off the back left side. When that push through, Gary leaves it. Center is wide open. A little bit of a bunch, but he should be able to collect all these. No, he's going to
That's going to be 3 more for Caleb, I
lay
believe.
up to the right side. So 17-11 now as Caleb decides he's going to make a little bit of a backstretch run here at Gary Bear Paul. Again, 21-6 was the result. Caleb over Gary in game number 1 on this Bracket B championship. Ultimately, we watch these other players on the other courts that are working their way towards center court for the singles championship here in South Bend, again at the Century Center. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, who also played deep into pool play and then got out of pool play and then deep into the brackets, both in doubles and singles. But, Bud, I got to be honest with you. Talk to me about the pressure of center court.
Dude, when you come over here,
if it was right now, would you be able to hold up against this pressure?
Oh, you know, I just throw like I normally throw, and it is what it is. But because I've been around a while, but you got a new guy come up on center court, and they see it for the first time. We saw it with Carol.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Carol
we
lady.
did. Carol,
She
the
was
Waz.
nervous as a cat in a long-tailed cat in a room full of rockers the
chairs.
first time, man.
I knew what you were going to
Yeah.
say there.
But then she righted the ship and just threw bags, man.
Yeah, she did. And sometimes you get nerves, sometimes you get the steel, sometimes you get the nerves of steel. But I'll tell you, it was fun to see some new players come out. But it is always, and I know it sounds strange to say, but it's always a pleasure to see the cream of the crop rise to the top, which they always do. And it doesn't mean they're unbeatable. It just means you've got to put in the work to beat them, and that is it. So 17 on 13, Gary Bearpaw over top of Caleb Hurt. They update their stats. You can find their PPRs on Scoreholio if you'd like, but honestly, we're just more the numbers we're interested in are the ones that lead to 21.
There you
because
go.
ultimately, that's who's going to determine who's going to be our singles champion here tonight on the ACO Digital Network.
You know, I see Caleb talking to himself more than he normally does, and Gary with another opportunity. And listen, he's had 3 or 4 opportunities. He's been sitting. Last night he got stuck on 18, and right now he's been stuck on 17 for a long time.
Yes, he is.
And as he does, Caleb just keeps creeping up and creeping up.
It's what he does. And what's funny about Caleb will creep up on you 1 point, 2 point, 3 point if he's behind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, occasionally we've seen where we didn't expect
That's a nice bag.
him give up a 5 spot, maybe a 6 spot, rarely a 7. But what's fun is he can do that and still creep up 2 at a time and get back up on you because you think you've got him right where you want him. Well, he's got you right where he wants you, and that is pitching against him. It's not a score thing. It's just, hey, it's you against me.
Absolutely.
It's going to be me. So there you have it. So 17 on 13, Gary Bearpaw continues to hold the lead
17,
on game number 2. We got to get him off 17. You're exactly right. If he's gonna,
I don't think he wants to score just one either.
No, he wants to put that 4 up top hard.
Oh, and there's another mistake by Gary.
And a play, and he leaves that bag for.
And that might be a mistake by Caleb.
Caleb, probably the way he's been playing, should be able to grab those and take them both because he's been doing that.
I don't know if he can get them both, but he might can step out and get one of these right
He's
here.
going to step out and push hard.
And
he bunched it up.
You know who's glad to see that bunch up? Mr. Bearpaw. And we're going to take a
timeout because nothing says 12:10 a.m. like a timeout.
Is it really?
I'll pretend I'm lying to you, but I'm not.
Good thing I live on Central Time.
No, I don't think it is. No,
You don't. I do.
Yeah, when you go home, it will be.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm trying to figure all angles that to try to score some points. Let's see what he does.
Well, he's coming in low and hard. He plays one off the back.
And I don't know. Let's see. Gary has nothing right now in the tank.
He's trying to figure out how he's going to get his 2 bags. He
needs 4 to win.
He's got 1 low and 1 at 3 o'clock, but he's just going to lay it up and sit.
That
on
is
the
the
board.
conservative Gary I did not like.
I tell you. And
just let me tell you something. The back of the hole's open. He could have and won the game right there.
If he had and one, that would have been. And the and one being an airmail and pushing one of Caleb's bags off the back. But I think he was trying to figure out how did he move those 2 that he had in front with Caleb's on top and not give something up and risk. But you're right. No risk, no reward. 18 on 13. Gary may regret that decision coming down the line, especially if this is how we're going to play the remainder of this match, straight up the middle and wait for somebody to make a mistake, which is so big a part of what we've talked about all week. Well, not just all weekend, all season long. Who's going to sit around and wait for somebody to make a mistake? And if you're playing your game to sit around and wait for one of the Hurts to make a mistake, you are always going to be the mistake.
Absolutely. You cannot play
right
for
there. That's a perfect example.
And I think that might be 4 points to make it 18-17.
Perfect example of what I was just talking about. Yeah. And I'd like somebody to clip that out, and I will use that as my resume for announcing for the rest of my career.
I can call that. And middle blocker. Oh, it just went a little hard.
Yeah, that was one of those blockers that accidentally became a bag in the hole.
And Gary, it's got to be on his mind last night how Caleb came back. And once again, another little conservative shot by Gary.
And last night he was hung up on 18 tonight.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, he's hung up on 17. I'm trying to keep my voice very low.
Don't say that out loud.
So he can't hear me because I don't want Nita to get mad at me.
No.
All right, he knows what needs to be done. Can he do it? He's going to go lay low.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a wash.
That's
8 on 8.
A very careful wash right there because that bag was, well, no, actually Caleb's bag wasn't laying in there tight.
I think you got to try to land that right on the very front of the board. Any vibration moves that, but there's a brace right up under that front stuff.
So I like to refer to this time of the evening as the ventriloquism part of the evening, where no matter what's said, I try to make it look like
we're going to apologize
it.
for some stuff that we said.
Well, I just want to make it look like you said it because I didn't move my lips. 18 on 17. Gary Bearpaw holds the lead in game number 2 over Caleb Hurd. Caleb
and this is going to be it. Caleb's going to steal another victory from Gary.
Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?
Maybe not. He left that open right there.
He left it wide open. Gary's going to come in low and try to.
And that's going to be it.
There. That's going to do it. All right. Well, Caleb Hurd, he's going to take that game right there. He moves out of the underdog position there, and he takes 21-18. He
wins
on
bracket
top
B.
Of 21-6. The winner of bracket B is going to be Caleb Hurd, 21-18 over Gary Bearpaw, and it took him a minute to get it done. 21-6, 21-18. Bracket B, our champion is going to be Caleb Hurd. Congratulations, and we will continue here from center court in the ACO South Bend Major and Champions Pro Series in just a few moments on the ACO Digital Network.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle. One roll.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure.
couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know that I was born for this. I was born for this. Come back to life. The fire inside. The fever is breaking. The shadows are fading away as I sharpen the knife. Can't take me out. No, I ain't going down tonight. Not over yet. Ain't gonna quit. No matter what. Never lay down, never give up. I am a fighter. I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor. Even if I fall, I'll be up again, 'cause I'm a fighter. I am a fighter. I'm a survivor. Never lay down, never give up. I am a fighter.
Today we will find out for sure there will be a brand new King of Cornhole, and there's going to be new champions in every division. We got women's, we got doubles, we got seniors, and of course we have singles. The World Championship King of Cornhole is coming up.
Warn ya, there's something about to change. We're standing at the border where history is made. We're cranking up the lights now so everyone can see. It's all happening right now. We're gonna make you believe. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof up. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. We'll make the whole world hear us. So throw your hands up high. We're about to show you why they fear us. Here comes the battle cry. Here comes the battle cry. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna be loud. This is our house. We do what we wanna. We'll blow the roof up. Everybody's coming. It's about to get crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to get. It's about to get. It's about to get crazy. It's about to get.
This is the King of Cornhole.
It is now time to crown the brand new King of Cornhole.
Champ, what's up, champ? What's up, champ?
I feel like a legend around these parts. I feel like a legend.
I told him, I've
seen this a million times. When you get a lead, you get a little arrogant, you get a little cocky. I said, listen, let's pretend like we're losing. And do not get overconfident, do not get arrogant, play your regular game. And if that happens, we don't lose.
Hey, this is ACO Cornhole.
She is a swinger.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She's incredible. You feel me?
Yeah.
That girl's incredible. Watch out, everybody. She goes, I was as nervous as I've ever been. And I'm like, you were nervous? Imagine if you were calm. But there's nobody here can beat you. Even the king. This girl here is incredible. And I told her, I said, we're not supposed to win. And we may not win, but we're gonna have some fun. I come here to get away from the crap, the crap of life, and have some fun with people and partner up with people, meet people. We have a great time. This is what it's all about. ACO, baby. ACO.
ACO, baby. All day, every day.
Jerry Armstrong, if he hadn't calmed me down last year, he goes, Fergie, you can win this. I'm like, yeah,
Welcome back to the South Bend ACO Championship Center Court. And I will tell you something, here in the Century Center, we have seen so many great matches here on Center Court. Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, you have been sitting side by side with me, unless you were out practicing and playing to try to be here on Center Court, which you were very close to doing for a championship match. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, as we watch these guys who are prepping to wrap the night right here, and that would be a couple of players in the Bracket A Championship facing off against Caleb Hurt, whoever wins this match. And talk to me a little bit about these guys, Drew Waking and Austin Thomason. I mean, we know those names, but for those who are watching who may not know those names, let's talk a little bit about what's going on, score notwithstanding.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we know Austin Thomason is coming in second to Craig Irvin in the King of Cornhole in Branson, Missouri back in July. But we don't know a whole lot about Drew. He plays out of Illinois with Cal Anderson as his partner, and I met Drew last year, and I thought this kid is really good, as he's got two off the back right now as I'm talking about him. And
that'll teach you.
Yeah, and he has been mowing down some competitors, including a name of Hurt, and that's going to be 6 points for Austin Thomason.
And Drew Waking took down Isaac Hurt, who, and honestly, that keeps us from having a repeat of last night's championship final in the Pro Series, because Caleb Hurt has worked his way into the championship for the singles as we look around Center Court, and things continue to wrap up here around Center Court. I'm hoping that, is there a way that these guys can play a best 4 out of 7, or how's this going to go?
No, it's got one game right here, brother.
What?
One game.
No.
They've already played one. This is their second.
10-on-5 is what we're looking at right now, with Austin Thomason up over Drew Waking 10-on-5. It's a one-game final because they have worked their way through Bracket A championships. The winner faces Caleb Hurt.
Nice bags right there. Both men throwing 4-baggers.
4-baggers. You gotta love the 4-bagger. You gotta.
4-bagger.
I love. You know what I like? A 7-bagger.
I'm not even gonna ask.
One throws 4, one throws 3. Somebody gets 3 points. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or somebody throw one into next week, and that way there's at least 3 points scored. But that is not how this goes. And more we get, we start finding guys like Drew. And, I mean, we know about Austin. We know about him from the World Championships last year. But when there's a player like Drew who kind of comes in out of nowhere, and, I mean, he's got Heather, his I would say his namesake, Waking, who's rolling through with the
his
ladies
sister.
as well. That's his sister. She comes through the women's division. I mean, you got to love that. And they come out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden they are a force to be reckoned with. And she is sitting Off to the side, she's got her Lucky's red, white, and blue on.
With Mom and Dad.
They're all sitting, watching, and waiting.
You know, Dad was playing in the seniors division, enjoying it. Which you're going to play in next Pro Series. I'm making sure you sign up.
In the seniors? Oh,
yeah.
I've been eligible for the seniors for over a year.
Oh, come on, Finn. You can't let Frank out, do you?
No, he'll never. You know what? Any chance he thinks he has to outdo me is what we do. Is we end up stepping up to the bar, and I reestablish my dominance. Is what we do.
Here we go.
This right here, I love this because I love the idea of these guys just making one bag after another, after another, after another. Somebody leaves one up to the left side, high
That's
and tight.
Austin, and Drew's
going to
pick up
Austin. He's
two.
going to sacrifice two, but what I want to see is center middle, center middle, center middle, center middle,
Center right.
I want this to go on until there's a chance I get a sunburn from the sunrise.
Oh, come on.
I want it. At first I didn't think about it, but now this is what I want. I want there to be. I want these games to go on until we get thrown out for some convention that has to come into this room. Look at that.
That was a nice bag.
That's a really crazy bag, too, that just gets up there and drips. And
so look at that bag.
Yeah, Austin's got a powerful throw. Drew is a little bit more finesse, I think, but Austin's got a great power bag, and he pushes through right there to clean everything up on the board as well.
Drew coming off of a win in Tupelo, Mississippi with his partner Kyle Anderson. They won the doubles.
Yes, he
and
did.
let me give you a little trivia. You know, the only team to beat them that day.
The only team to beat
Drew and Kyle
was
Austin
Elvis
Pitts,
and Priscilla.
Austin Pitts, and Philip Barnett.
That's what I was. That's what I meant to say. What did I say? I said Elvis and Priscilla. That's what I meant.
Dude, I'm gonna have to straighten you up.
Yeah. I'm beyond help right
You're
now. 10
straight.
on 7. Austin Thomason holds a narrow 3-point lead over Drew Waking, and ultimately the Bracket A championship winner will face Caleb Hurt. So the good news is you win. The bad news is you win.
You got to face the machine.
So here's what we're looking at there. So Austin
10-9,
able to finish off his last bag there, but one just sits astray, just a little bit left. So 10 on 9 is where we find ourselves. Drew Waking inching closer to Austin
Drew
Thomason.
hadn't missed a bag in the last 5 rounds.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I was just thinking how he hates my guts.
He don't hate you. Why would he hate you?
Because he's continuing to make headway.
Yeah. He's doing that. And look at that airmail. He just shot right over Austin's
he
block.
did, up and over top. We just we're looking at our buddy, the Snowman, Sean Priest, celebrating a big Michigan victory over.
Yeah, he's happy dude today.
Ohio State in the college
Oh,
football.
wow.
What a shot! Great shot. And there's a collection
2 more.
bag that was attempted, but that collection bag did not do what it was intended to do, and that's going to put us in a
11-10 game.
11-10. So now all of a sudden Drew holds the high spot right there, and he collects his bags. He gathers them together very neatly. He faces the the board,
the hole,
cleanly. And there he is. All right, so it's about time for just about the time when everything was going right for something to go wrong, and here we are. So we'll do that. Let's do that for a minute.
That's a bad bag by Austin. Drew's going to pick up a big round right here.
He's going to take one right in on the mid to right side. He's going to try to throw that up and over. No, he's going to go ahead and lay it low.
That's a good lay.
Smart play. Oh, what a great shot. Nice shot by Austin Thomason right there.
Drew gets 1 point, though.
That's a really good save right there.
That
Austin made a great shot, and that looked like it happened in slow motion.
It did, and all those bags just dripped in the hole.
Yeah, they did.
Very nice shot.
Drew takes his first bag and lays it up low and in. Austin decides he's going to lay a little blocker. Both of those get cleaned up there by Drew. Drew has spent quite a bit of time.
Look at that dead center with every airmail. Austin throws a block. He just shoots over it like it's nothing. And that's another 4-bagger for this kid. And Austin goes off
the backside, so that's going to cost him 3.
Fourth bag blues, Finn. Fourth bag blues.
And honestly, that blows me away, especially as a guy who doesn't know what he's doing. Typically, for the most part, that would be me. Given that, that's the one shot I think I could make. But is that overconfidence? Is that hubris? What is that that causes that to happen?
I think Austin just rushed that, just like most people do. They see an open board, say, I do this 1,000 times, I can do it again.
I can do it again, and there it goes. Yeah, I think you're right.
Drew has yet to miss a bag in the last probably 8 rounds of this match.
Well,
that includes airmails too.
Very mechanical, very methodical.
Yeah,
and,
like Gary Bearpaw, like.
Yeah, but he has a different array and variety, for lack of a better term.
Oh, we got food.
Yeah,
that looks like a steak to me.
All righty then. So these guys continue to battle back and forth, and it has been a battle back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at
15
on 10 right now, and I'll tell you what. I mean, Drew Waking is not messing around. This is a guy who is desperately, without being desperate, working to make a name for himself in the ACO and in the world of cornhole.
Man, I'm tell you what, he's making a name because people know who he is now. That's
great
for sure.
aerial right there. Great shot from Austin Thomason.
And he has shot 4 or 5 airmails this game. He has not missed one yet.
One up and off the back. He's going to push low, and he's going to
still. That's another 4-bagger.
What a great shot. Austin's got nothing but the opportunity to go there, so he leaves one off the back, leaves one up on top. That's going to be a 5 spot. Now we're going to go out and we're going to make a couple of adjustments here on the court to make sure the bags are where they need to be. 20 on 10 is what we're looking at from a score standpoint as our lead official. And Oz, he goes out to make sure that everything looks good, everything's where it's supposed to be. But 20 on 10, I'll tell you something. This is going to be an interesting finale to see who takes bracket A in the championship and faces Caleb Hurt for the singles championship through the course of the evening.
And Drew can end this right here. Austin's got to make a shot.
And
that's going to be
That's going
it.
to do it. All right. Well, Drew Waking, nicely done over Austin Thomason. Drew Waking takes bracket A, the championship. He's going to be facing Caleb Hurt. The name you may or may not have heard here, but that's going to be a 1-game final for the championship. Drew Waking, nicely done. And I'm telling you right now, we have talked that name quite a bit. We've talked the name Hurt quite a bit. Who's it going to be? One way to find out. Stay close. We'll be back to center court here very soon from South Bend and the Century Center on the ACO Digital Network.
Gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
This just in, ACO has announced that Season 18 World Championships will be held in the beautiful Owensboro, Kentucky. Yes, Owensboro, Kentucky. If that's not exciting enough, they've also guaranteed a purse of $75,000. Yes, $75,000. That's a 7, a 5, a 0, a 0, and another 0. Now, if that's not enough to make you want to jump back and jerk a nut in your tail, I don't know what is. ACO Season 18 World Championships, Owensboro, Kentucky. We'll see you there. Now, back to your program.
These guys both out of the SVC. It is time to get their game on.
That's right, and Austin's going to start out with a block, and I think he's going to try to throw a lot of blocks against Caleb Hurt right here. But you're right, SVC, these guys play each other all the time, all the regionals. It's always a battle. One roll.
This is going to be the battle. I mean, it's like I feel like General Patton put this together. There's going to be a ground assault and an air assault.
I mean,
you're going to roll those tanks, and then you're going to airmail. It's insane. And this is the best right here. This frame right here could be outstanding.
Wow.
Outstanding.
That's all you can say is wow.
That's one of that. You know what? That is easily one of the best frames you've ever seen because they both did what they're best at over and over and over again. And at some point, we need to clip that out and show that as an instructional video to be sure.
Couldn't handle. No one else could ever hold a candle. Get ready for a battle, 'cause you know that I was born for this. I was born for this.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have been giving thanks all week long, and we give thanks for what a great opportunity this has been to be in South Bend, Indiana, here at an ACO major that is really unmatched, kind of based on the amount of competition that's been going on here in the bracket. I'm Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. My man Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. And all weekend long, the ACO family has sat around this center court and watched fantastic match after fantastic match. But right now, we put two names against one another, one who we've talked about for years for one reason or another, and one we've been talking about for about a year to 18 months on two different occasions. Drew Waking steps up against Caleb Hurt for the singles championship. How about this match?
Yeah, man, Drew is throwing. I don't think he missed a bag the last few times with Austin Thomason.
Well, I'll tell you what, he did play a hard-fought match against Austin Thomason, who lost the King of Cornhole match. I would say, I hate to use the word lost, but Craig Irvin took the King of Cornhole away from Austin Thomason. But you think about that's a name who is another one we talk about who is just going to be continually brought up until the time comes when they snatch that top spot away. So these guys are up and underway, and they are firing when ready, and they have begun. So we're looking at 2-0 already. Drew Waking has stepped up over Caleb Hurt, and that is not what you would expect. And Drew comes out of the higher seed lane with that bracket win. So there's another three spot right there. And this is how we typically find, and I have to ask those who are involved with the SVC, Shenandoah Valley Cornhole, Junior and Tammy Williams, the Hurt family, everybody involved with them, where do you guys find a place to eat after all this is said and done? The Waffle House is about the only thing open.
That's about it.
Because they are always following one of the Hurts, somebody deep into the competition and this late into the night. But there's a nice bag to start from Drew Waking. Nice follow there from nice follow there from Caleb. 5-0 right now from Drew Waking on top of Caleb.
Other way.
5-0 Waking over Hurt.
Make that 7.
And that's now going to be a 7-0 advantage out of the blue lane and the higher seed. 7-0, Drew Waking. And Drew very quietly working his way through the bracket. Very, unassuming.
The problem is he's not missing bags.
Well, that's not a problem.
No.
That's
no,
a problem,
it's not a problem
if you're Caleb Hurt.
Absolutely.
It's not a problem if you're a Drew Waking.
I mean, every bag is right down the center.
And we sit and we wonder, where does everyone come from? And we talk about this time and time again. If you watch these players and you think, I'm as good as they are, you have every opportunity to come out here and prove it. And every once in a while, we see somebody come out and do just that. And Drew has popped up in the last, I would say, 18 months as a powerhouse. And his sister is also, and she's sitting here right on the edge of center court. She is kind of keeping an eye on things. They're wearing those Lucky's
and Mama's right next door. It's the whole family. You see Adrian watching Caleb. Miss Hurt's over there.
The Hurt family is out keeping an eye on things right now. We're
It's
looking at
still 7-0.
7-0.
And it's good to see Rex is wide awake.
I don't think this is where he gets to the point where he goes, I think I can nod off for a moment when his boys on center court. Oh, boy, that was one that normally, had it not hit Caleb's bag, would have taken care of business. But Caleb
going anyway.
Get it finished. There's a grip it and rip it up top, and he takes the chance to take that airmail, and he bounces one off the backside and puts Caleb's bag.
Going to give Caleb 3 right
inside.
here.
Yeah, he is. He's going to give him that chance to take
there it
3,
is.
and he does just
7-3.
So 7-on-3 is now what we're looking at in our championship
7-3.
match. This is the South Bend, Indiana ACO Cornhole Final Championship, and this has been a long-awaited match. It was Drew. Was it Drew who took out Isaac?
Yeah, he did. He's already taken out one Hurt.
And that's what kept us from having a rematch from last night's Pro Series final, where Isaac was able to take down Caleb and take his first Pro Series championship match. And so Caleb owns 2, Isaac owns 1, 7 more to go. We'll see what happens after that. There's a nice collection right there. Caleb has a bag to see if he can collect.
Wow, and he got that bag back in
play. He did somehow. And look at that. Drew was able to help him out there. And then he does himself a disservice. And that's kind of what's so crazy about this. They can place it exactly where they want it until they don't need it. Does that make sense? Oh, and Drew's going
to get a wash
go
out of that.
Take the wash. He pushes Caleb's bag back. But, I mean, you saw Caleb pull that bag that you didn't think was possible back into the game. He does just that, and then all of a sudden when he doesn't need one, he lays it out there almost lazily up to the top right. So that bag is not really much of a blocker. That's going to give Drew an opportunity to sneak inside, which he does. Now Caleb's going to have to go and kind of clean it up, and he does just that. Drew says, all right, I'll take that. I'll do it again. Let's see what you can do. He didn't seem happy with that, but I think he'll be just fine. Oh, Caleb, nice bag right there. He puts that tumble bag on the backside of the hole, and it drops back in, a little bit of a scuba shot. And there's a slick bag that pops off the backside, so Caleb
how about that anomaly?
Misses the opportunity. That is an anomaly. And there's a double. Oh, a double.
Just another wash.
Opportunity. That's the strangest of all washes right there, because he had an opportunity to push that bag in there and take the extra points, and he wasn't able to do it. So I tell you, and we've seen this a bunch on center court, opportunities were not able to be taken advantage of because there was a little bit more of an aggressive opportunity. And when they went to take the chance, they got a little bit overexcited and missed that opportunity. All right, so these guys continue to match shots now, west to east.
Yep, 7-3.
To a 7-3 score. And who's it going to be? Who's going to take this singles championship out of South Bend? This is a coveted championship right here. So many great players. You talked about it in the time to fill with regard to who you were going to pick, and this is a loaded field, just like Tupelo.
Yeah.
Who is it going to be? So honestly, it turns out that we've had some surprise names, but we've had a couple of matches that have been no surprise. 7-3 as Waking holds 7-3 over top of Caleb Hurt. There's a nice airmail over top right there. Is he going to force Caleb to try to push through?
He's going to put that in there with that loud turn signal.
Oh, damn. He tried to go up and over and take that, even if he took Caleb's bag with him, and he didn't. There's a nice tumble bag. He's going to take both. So Drew takes that left hand. He's a southpaw, up and over. Oh, and there's an airmail, circles a drain, finishes it off. Caleb's going to come in and try to collect.
And there's that push that we said is not easy.
If he's smart, he's probably just going to run straight through it. There's not much else he's going to. If he risks the airmail, he might miss off the back, so that's the smart play.
Yep, he gave up 3, though. It's going to be 7-6.
Right there, so 7-on-6. Caleb Hurt over top of, Drew Waking over top of Caleb Hurt. Drew comes out of the blue lane, the higher seed. Right there, these guys collect their weaponry and they step up, and it's time for Caleb to regain that first bag, and he puts that one right down the center as we would expect, whether it be a block or a drop shot.
Winner of this gets that coveted purple jersey out there.
That's exactly right. And Drew is, I think, picked up a purple jersey in his
He got one in doubles.
He's got one in doubles, but he would love to have one in singles, especially
to
be able to say that he pulled it out over this field. And you think about, Russell Tabors and all those who he had to have bested the people who bested them to get it done. So there's 8 underneath the wooden sunroof. Jay Boogie, appreciate you on that one. And these guys will collect their bags and let it fly yet again. A different level in intensity with regard to how they play? I don't think so. Both very collected. I will say Drew has that straight standstill pose where that step is taken by Caleb, and a little bit of extra oomph behind that pendulum. Oh, boy, and I tell you, there was no question that was going to be the case with that bag sitting up high when he went to try to take. Oh, what a great shot.
And that's not an easy shot, like we said.
No, it's insane. And they set themselves up to do that. They make you think that they're in a point of weakness, and they come in and they knock that stuff down. And Drew puts one off the back, and he's going to have to do the best he can to give up.
1 point, tied up 7-7.
So right now, 7-on-7. And that's the thing we talk about with both the Hurts. They set it up to make it look like they made a mistake, and then they come in and they collect. They did that on purpose. What they did to make you play around them, and then they come in and collect. And it might just be 1 point, might be 2, but right there we saw Drew throw one off the back of the board, and that is the opportunity to come in and make it happen.
Let me tell you something. Drew has kind of fallen into Caleb's trap.
Yeah.
The same as Gary Bearpaw.
It's a great way to put it, trap.
Yeah, he really has. Caleb's been trying to block. He thinks he can outshoot you and outpush you. So he's trying to block. And Drew, who wore the airmails out against Austin Thomas, has been off a little bit.
Yeah.
And so Caleb, he tried to get that bag with a little cut shot.
All right, so now there's one laying left to right. Is he going to come in and be able to collect both? No, he leaves one laying up top. And did you mention the word trap?
Yeah.
Trappity, trap, trap, trap.
Trap, trap.
All right, so right now we're looking at 7-on-7, and guess what now? 9-on-7.
Yeah.
Caleb steps back in a game which is a best of one to determine the championship match here as we approach 1 in the AM.
And there's the block.
Exactly
what I was talking about.
That's exactly what you talked about with him, and he forces
there you go.
There it is. He tried to do that with Gary Bearpaw. Gary did the same thing. He made the mistake, and now Caleb says, all right, well, I'm going to come in and I'm going to not only get one around it, I'm going to collect it. Now you're going to collect this, but you've already made the mistake and put one off the backside.
And that could be his experience. Caleb's been playing for a few years. He says, I'll block in and see if you can outshoot me, because I know I'm going to push this blocker in.
Yeah, so the best he can hope to do is only give up the
grab 3.
Right there. So 13-on-7, or I'm sorry, 12-on-7 is 12-on-7 right now with Caleb Hurt jumping out back to the front side. He's going to collect his bags, take that first bag, but you're right. It's that experience. It's that understanding. It's no panic.
I figured he'd throw a little blocker right here, because Drew has shown he can match you bag for bag in the hole. Got to make these guys do something they're not used to doing.
Yeah. Take them out of their game. Continue to play your game. Take them out of their game. And again, thanks for checking all of this out here on the YouTube channel. Oh, boy, he tried to come in backside airmail. Yeah, he fell into the trap. He had to run it over.
In the push.
And there it is. And both of the Hurts are doing that to perfection these days. So right there's going to be another deuce given up right there. So 14-7 is what we're looking at. But if you're checking us out on the YouTube channel, American Cornhole, love to have you aboard. Feel free to subscribe and make sure that you hit that button on the bell that makes us aware that you are interested in seeing new content that we post a couple, 3 times a week on the American Cornhole YouTube channel. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. There's a nice roll bag there from Caleb and a nice filler kind of collection there from Drew Waking. They're going to go ahead and continue to finish each other out here, it looks like. Just keep pushing each other through. On 14-7, Caleb.
Look at that nasty roll bag.
That sick roll bag right up and over the top. And now he's going to force Drew to collect, and he's going to give
more
up
for
another 2
Caleb.
more. So 16-7, Caleb over Drew as they fight for the singles championship here in South Bend, Indiana, as the ACO Major and Pro Series number 3 last night. Pro Series number 3 championship went to Caleb's brother Isaac. So we've run 3 Pro Series championships. The first 2 went to Caleb Hurt. The third went to Isaac Hurt. I would say the Hurt locker is glowing, and they are laden with trophies and cash as they continue to exert their dominance. On center court right now, we watch to find out who is going to be our singles championship winner tonight. Drew Waking continues to try to fight back against Caleb Hurt, who is up 16-7. At this juncture, Caleb has a bag off to the left. There's an opportunity for Drew to at least just play it safe, if nothing else, and pick up 2. Caleb's not going to try to collect, and if Drew can hold this and hold it, he picks up 2 points. So 16-9.
He's been on that 7 for a long, long time.
Yes, very similar to what we talked about with Gary Bearpaw last night, who sat on 18 forever.
And I think he was still sitting on it this evening.
I think tonight he sat on 17.
Yeah.
Is what he did. Drew takes the
first bag down
southpaw, first bag down the middle, and there's that blocker. He's going to force that airmail.
He is forcing it. He is forcing him to shoot that.
You know what's hilarious is I never even thought of the word that you used moments ago, and that was trap.
Oh, yeah.
It was a trap.
And
here's another one.
Here's a cleanup for the game.
That's going to be it. If he can push this through, which he'll go try to do.
I'm sorry.
Lays one off the back.
Here's your break, Mr. Waking.
Yep, he gave you an opportunity, a little bit of a window, 16-9.
Oh
boy, are you kidding?
And man.
So now he's going to come in low and hot.
That's going to be the
That's
game.
Going to do it.
Yep.
All right, we have our singles champion. How about that? Believe it or not, I don't know if you're familiar with the name Caleb Hurt, but Caleb Hurt takes a singles championship win again, adds more points, adds more cash to the bank account, and he adds more credibility to the name Hurt and Hurt Locker in the world of cornhole. If there's a better cornhole player on the planet Earth than Caleb Hurt, I don't know who that is. And for a minute, I thought it might be his brother Isaac. But to be honest with you, if we were to hold an interview with Caleb right now, I don't know what he would say that we haven't already heard.
That's
Phillip.
Right. Hey, I'll tell you what, I picked him. He wins.
Yes, you did. And if I'm not mistaken, when in Time to Fill, when you said, if you think I should pick you, prove me wrong.
Yep.
But you also said, if you think you can beat them,
come
if
beat
you're sick
them.
of seeing them,
that's right.
All you got to do is beat them. So very nicely done. Drew Waking, a great performance
what a great
by
run,
him.
Man. What a great
throughout
run.
a stacked field here in South Bend, Indiana. But look at that. That gold jersey doesn't lie, and that number 1 sticking up on his finger, and that bag, the Project 13s from 724. Congratulations. That doesn't lie either. And as we say goodnight, and we congratulate our champion.
Or is it good morning?
Caleb Hurt. We say good morning. Yes, we do. To Sunday, Monday, what day? I don't even know what day it is anymore, but we wrap things up here from the Century Center in South Bend, Indiana. On behalf of Phillip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, I'm Finn, the Mushmouth from the ACO, saying on behalf of everybody here that would be our friend, the Cornhole dude, Frank Gears, Oz, the man behind the scenes, and the entire crew for the American Cornhole organization. We say goodnight, and we remind you to keep on pitching.